Hold on, let me just see. I'm still gonna tag the server anyways to wake them up. Honk honk! Dude.
Oh, black people.
Come on, motherfuckers, come on. Alright, here we go. Here we go. What's up, everybody? What's up, Lizard Man? What's up, Erlolan? What's up, everybody, dude?
Happy Juneteenth, my black people.
Ah, nice one. Nice one. Immediate. Yep. Okay. Dude.
You're welcome.
It's been ages, man. It's been ages. Before I actually...
Yeah, it's been like a few days.
Yeah, dude. It's been... Dude. Speaking of which, actually, just a tiny bit. I don't like to try to do housekeeping that much, but just a tiny bit. If you guys saw my last stream, I definitely do. I'm really well aware of the Anthony thing for the video on Revenant. I'm going to go over that at some point, not tonight, because it just came out. But I'm supposed to have a conversation with him at some point, so we'll see if he still accepts that. But as it stands, yeah, we're definitely going to go over the video at one point. Definitely going to go over the Utterly Noah thing that comes out, but that's a different niche for a different day. Today, we have revisited... we're revisiting the Amazing Digital Circus Community. Okay, one of the best communities I've ever seen. One of the...
You could say this community is a digital circus.
Yeah, buddy. So, who in chat has seen episode 9? Anyone here? What's up, Crow? What's up, Ted? What's up, Nabi? What's up, Roland? Yeah, dude, fuck, I just read chatters. Well, how many of you have seen episode 9? Yeah, what's up?
Hot take, the Holocaust was better than episode 9.
Okay. Dude, what's up,
You're welcome. You're gonna get demonetized, little guppy.
Fuck. Dude, membership for 4 months. Project Nexus is calling later. Dude, okay. I might not stay on it too long, but I've been very good. Okay, I've been very good. I saw it in theaters. Okay, all right. So I've been a good man. Okay, I saw some of the leaks even before theaters, and I've not said a single word. But you know what?
I've had the whole thing downloaded on my computer for like 2 weeks.
So actually, one thing before actually even like talking about anything to do with the show, Roland, what are your thoughts on the Jax is trans theory? What do you think?
Okay, hot take. I don't care that deeply, but it's also fucking annoying the amount of people that are just like being annoying faggots, just attacking people for thinking it's stupid.
So
and treating it as a gospel, you know? I hate it for that reason.
Yeah, I mean, personally, this is kind of going to go against the grain a little bit, but I actually don't think that there's anything that would implicate that Jax is trans. To be honest, it's always been like
the biggest thing I saw them pointing out was it called Ribbit putting the bow on his head. And you know how I read that? You know, as somebody who has been touched by a woman before, they do girly things to you sometimes as a way to show affection. And like, you're telling me if a woman painted my nails, I would be a tranny?
Yeah, no, so it's like, look, I mean, I feel like, see, this is kind of like why I approach it like this, because making Jax a trans woman kind of defeats the whole purpose of Jax, I feel like. Because, like, the whole thing was supposed to be that they were afraid of, like, femininity, and, like, they were trying to, like, you know, live up to their, like, they were, like, upset with their mother because they were compared to their father and felt like they had to be a certain way. But, obviously, they didn't want to be super turbo masculine all the time. And I feel like that you could do that without being like, oh, so they're trans. I think you could have...
I was going to say, I think that's something that I have a big issue with a lot of these fandoms. It's like they have like a hypercritical mindset on what people can do, and the second you stray out of it, oh, you're trans. No, a guy cannot like feminine things. No, you must be a hidden woman inside you. You can't just be a guy who's slightly fagged out in a way. You must be a woman. You know, it's like,
yeah, no, and it's like, and like, I look, one of my favorite theories I will not take seriously that I saw, because I'll still loop back to this one, is that Jax got Ribbit pregnant. But just because,
I love that one.
Yeah, just because of the stomach speculation. But it's like,
Ribbit's I think bulging belly.
Yeah, but it's like, but like I do actually think that there was like a little bit of tension between the two, a little bit. a little bit. Like they were getting very deep and personal. They cared about each other, like they liked each other a lot. And yeah, then that one night he opens up and it all goes south. Like I don't know, like because I think another thing that people point to is that Goosework says that Jax is like an extreme exaggeration of like her negative and worst traits in one character.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, I think you could do that. That like this is my problem with the Jax is trans theory. Why is it even a theory or a speculation or an insinuation? Would a trans woman really sit there and not confirm that a character is trans? Like that's really weird to me.
I was going to say another thing. I there's an argument against what I'm going to say as well, so I will point this out. Okay, so my argument for this is, well, if Jax really is a woman on the inside, say, when we have that whole sequence going through his head, why are all of them not, women in a way?
Yeah. It's like,
but then there's an argument. Then there's the argument. Well, what about that locked door that they all freak out about? What's in there? And when I read that, I thought originally that maybe it was just hiding memories and shit, or it was hiding like the shit about his mother, right?
Right.
But I'm like, another argument could be, oh well, it's the trans self is hidden in there. So like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like it's silly the like degree people take it so excessively seriously to say with 100% out a doubt that Jax is trans, right?
Yeah, why can't it just be like a fun headcanon? Like people are like killing each other over this. Like
I like the nuance.
Like actually, like, okay, even just to not even like sound like I'm just going at the side that's like being like really gay about like they're trans. Anyone who's actually making the point of well, actually, he's occupying the male skin in Fortnite, meaning that he's a confirmed. Fuck off, dude. Fuck off, bro. Dude, that's just.
One of them talking about the guitar and that shit clip. Oh my god.
Dude.
I know another funny thing I saw is like, okay, if Jack's trans theory real, then fits this suicide stereotype. It's like, that's so fucking wrong. That is so fucking wrong.
Dude. Also, dude, I don't know. Like, personally, I just feel like they're not, only because I feel like the whole insecurity and the point is to fuck with them for like the femininity thing, like being into things where they don't have to be a perfect peak male, but they feel like that they have to because they have to live up to those expectations. I don't think that that's a gender identity thing. I think that that's a thing that like they had like a toxic father and they just don't want to be like them. And I don't know. I feel like just saying, oh, so they're trans kind of just like takes all that interesting concept, like all that potential that you have to work with and just kind of throws it out the window. I don't know. That's just how I personally see it. Obviously, I'm not going to go on Twitter and be like, he, him, every time someone says she to Jax.
I also want to say, like, we have a trans character in the show named Zubul, right?
Yeah.
And it's made very clear in the dialogue that Zubul is trans. And it's not made at all clear in the dialogue that Jax is. See, I just want to point that out.
Yeah, no, see, that's like evil, bro.
I just want to say.
Which, you know what? Maybe you can argue that leaves it open to interpretation. Maybe.
I don't mind it being open to interpretation. I mind it all the annoying little fucking idiots just running around screaming that you're like a fucking istophobe for thinking the headcanon is stupid or not liking it.
Yeah, it's like just let people have their like. That is one of the most harmless headcanons I've seen from this fan base, and that is one of the ones I'm seeing be the most aggressively handled. I've seen shipping headcanons be treated less bad than this. Also,
it's crazy, genuinely.
You know it is, but thank you for the 5. I'm gonna listen while I redraw scenes for the finale. Base, Lou, base. No, but
draw ribbit scenes, please,
dude. And I know, like, some people have complaints that it's like, oh, it's just the Jax episode. Honestly, I'm sorry, guys. I'm really gonna piss you guys off. Jax is probably one of my favorite characters from the show. Like,
no.
But it's the reason why I just really love a character that's meant to be a piece of shit that if you meet them in real life, you just want to slug them in the face. But it's like Jax shows the perfect idea of like his role, I think, is actually critical. Right? It represents.
I was gonna say, I was talking to a friend about this. I'm like, if you didn't have Jax in there, the show would be so much more fucking boring. He's like a necessary like center of attention and drama. He has to always be poking and prodding because otherwise, what conversations would happen and shit, right? Like, it wouldn't naturally go along. Kane is kind of the same way. He kind of causes these scenes where they need to happen and causes dialogue. But I want to say, like, Kane in his own right is kind of like Jax if he was mentally retarded in a way. Well, like, had no social skills.
Well, Jax and Kane, I think a crucial difference because Jax shows a character where like everyone's like, try to be given a second chance, find meaning in a stagnant life, right? Try to find it. Jax obviously was meant to fail. Jax was meant to represent a person that, some people can't be saved. And the difference between Jax and Kane, because they both had fuck ups. With Kane's, he wanted to change for better. He wanted to be, to redeem himself to them. Jax, he didn't really. He was too afraid to change.
I was about to say he was too afraid to. It's not that he didn't want to.
Yeah, and it's like the only complaint that I could actually think of at the top of my head. So it's not the fact that Jax abstracted. It's the fact that I wish that they went about it better. Because I'm going to be honest, right? Because, dude, can you imagine if instead of, like, just, Pomni having an out-of-character moment of not just, like, caring for a second and him just, like, bop, just really abruptly. Can you imagine? Yeah, dude, can you imagine? Picture this, right? All the characters, like, he says some really snarky thing. All the characters had enough. They start, instead of just just letting him pick on them anymore, they all gain up on him and say everything that they hate about him. And then he starts like getting insecure, be like, oh, what? And he feels gained up on, he feels cornered. Then he starts to get insecure. And then like Pomni's even trying to like tell them, wait, no, this is too far. But they said, no, Jax would do worse. And then they're just berating. And then he just corrupts and turns abstract. I feel like that would have been.
I was going to say,
oh
like,
my
that
God.
could also be a good callback to, what's it called? I think it was episode 6 where, they're having their fight.
Yeah.
And Pomni's like, what have you ever thought about this is what causes people to abstract? You could have a direct callback where it causes somebody to abstract.
That would have been so good. That would have been
be a good. I'm pissed that it didn't happen on screen more than anything else because they spent all this time setting up the dominoes to show it happen.
Oh, dude, can you imagine? Like,
it didn't show it happen. It would be fucking cool to see.
Can you imagine from Ragatha of all people? It's like, you're the reason why Ribbit and Kaufmo are abstracted.
Oh my God, that would be. That would be fucking banger. Just fucking just annihilates him.
And then he just dude, that would have been great. They did it for Kane. They made Kane crash out, but they had it off screen for Jax.
Also, another hot take. I really didn't like how quickly Kane was redeemed. Literally, he browses to Instagram, becomes a better person. Everybody's like, "You're chill now." Nobody even is slightly scared of him. No, none of the implications from I think it was episode 7 where they talk about how he was fucking with their brains and he caused Scratch to fucking abstract. None of that is even like thought of at all, and they immediately just go to trusting him after like a montage, literally like a quick montage. I don't like that.
Isn't she lovely?
Shut up. When I started hearing that music, dude, I started fucking laughing because I'm like, there's no way there's licensed music in here.
Dude, actually, I will say, right, off-screen Jax abstracting was funny, but it's not supposed to be funny. Okay.
Yeah, it's funny how they just went, okay, now he's dead.
just, dude, he was hanging on a thread in episode 6. Not episode 6 as much, but more episode 7, episode 8. He had moments where, like, if he left in the room, he would have abstracted. If he, like, was left alone too long on the staircase, he would have extracted. And it's like, really? Literally, the last episode is be here. Pomni says be here later. And then that's the same day. And really? You're really going to have me believe that Jax goes up to her and says, it's nothing. And then walks away. And that just, no? No,
she doesn't even say a word. Just looks at him like, okay, fucking weirdo, bye.
just bro, I'm just that pissed me off a little bit. That made me mad at Pomni, and I'm supposed to be mad at Jax.
A bit like, what the fuck? The writing of the characters is inconsistent, but then we also have, like, what's it called? Ragatha and Ginger got shafted so hard.
Dude,
Ragatha especially, she had, like, what? Like, a few lines? That was it?
And, oh my god. Ragatha... See, the thing is, right, even though I said Jax is one of my favorite characters, really love... I like a lot of the cast. Ragatha really does stick out to me a lot. She is, like, a lovely character, right? I like Ragatha, I like Kinger, I like Kang. Jax, Jax, I like to jokingly say I relate to him, but I'm nothing like him. Dude, it's dude, he's awesome. It's awesome. But no, I think he even probably had a similar opinion to this one for Lolan, but honestly, I kind of wish instead of just throwing in the old episode, they just gave the actual production 30 more minutes.
I said this in my video. I'm like, dude, give it 30 more minutes. This would have fixed like 90% of the issues because that was the most rushed shit ever. Like, it had so much more time, realistically, to make it work out. Plus, it feels choppy instead of making the full-length thing work for cinema. They just added another episode so it would be considered enough for a feature-length film. Like, really?
Yeah, no.
Really?
No, like, unironically. See, their excuse doesn't even make any sense. Context. Dog, you can't really watch episode 8 without episode 7. Those were part 2-parters.
The previous episodes.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of like sucks when like Gooseworks literally said that she doesn't do filler and all the episodes are important, but whatever. But yeah, sure.
Fucking.
I mean, granted, I like the series. I like the source material it's based off of. There's just... See, I really liked episode 6. I actually did like episode 6. Yeah, that was great. Just, they all get guns. Yeah, I really liked it. The crash out was amazing.
It was my humor, and the dialogue was pretty fucking good. Realistically, it was good. So, yeah, like, I don't think there's a single episode that tops that.
Yeah, it's like, I don't care about you or anybody else in this circus in the slightest. Dude, like that.
It was made to be corny, but it fit corny because, like, it was intentional. He was supposed to sound like a fucking dumbass.
Dude, it was great, but yeah, no. Yeah. I mean,
I think it was a big fumble. They fumbled so hard.
I feel like when you have better episodes, that's not the finale. I think that's where you fumble. Like the finale, the finale is supposed to feel like a bow tie on top of the good stuff, but yeah, no, they could have done it better. Yeah. I don't actually. Sorry, you go.
I was gonna say, when I came out of watching it the first time, I'm like, okay, I kind of like that. And then anytime I started thinking about it, I'm like, wait, this is stupid. And I just slowly began to dislike it more and more as I went on,
Yeah. I don't hate it enough to just go on, like, Michael Kovach's Twitter and say, fuck your birthday, cuh. But hey, you know what? Actually, speaking of Michael Kovach, we got to do our little bit of catch up from the last time because I actually forgot that I didn't go over the Anne Frank stuff. Okay, and then we'll get into the Digi stuff. So let's look at this awesome thing. Since we're all talking about Michael Kovach doing weird things, how about we talk about this?
What do you mean? What could it be?
My name is Anne.
I'm sorry for what just happened, but I was caught in a time portal and deposited here. My power cells will return soon, but until then, I'm stuck here.
Well, sir,
fucking
you may stay in my room as long as you'd like.
Thank you for
What's
the invitation.
Goku doing, bro?
I'll be sure to repay you for it soon.
Whoa!
Forgot to stream it over on my side because I had to keep the stream muted. You forgot to stream
fuck! Sorry, I was just so amazed of Goku licking his lips after. That's right, dude. Dude, okay.
I would be so real. Like, is this something to actually be mad about?
No, it's just.
It's intentionally so fucking bizarre and ridiculous. How do you take it seriously?
I actually have more of a problem with his response than the actual animation I just watched.
Yeah.
But I will say, we're gonna start a petition, guys. Okay, anything that gets exposed that's not criminal content from the Newground era, let's just give it the Newground pass. Okay, let's just say, okay, drop it. Who gives a fuck? It was a different time, and
The
we move on.
Newground stamp of
Yeah,
approval.
yeah. It was like, oh, whoa, what? Wait, Anne Frank and Goku? Oh, wait, Newgrounds. Yep, nope, fuck it. No, yep. Sounds like it. We leave. Like, dude.
Man, there's edgier shit posted nowadays on YouTube.
Yeah,
Like, come on.
Dude, like, I'm so tired of people just digging up Newgrounds work, because Newgrounds, right? And I'm not even saying this like the moral grants over. There's some things that I really like from it. Yeah.
On Newgrounds, they would probably animate some crazy fucking shit like Hitler raping Anne Frank and then going, now that's what I call a Holocaust.
Wait, hold on. Dude, holy shit. Thanks, Pinker, for the 50. For whatever you're saving for fund. Thank you, yeah.
Holy shit.
Thanks, buddy.
We
Really?
got the big 50. Now look at that. Pinker made the rest of you look so frail.
Okay, buddy.
No. We love y'all here. I'm fucking
Yeah, dude, we love the Ace Space group, okay? But no, you see, it's not just the fact that he responded that I have an issue with it. Some of it is a little bit, some of it's a little bit sneaky, but I'll talk about it in a minute, because we got, when I was a teenager and even into young adulthood, I would audition/voice act for a lot of parody content that was dubious, immature, and not great, but unfortunately wasn't uncommon between 2010 to 2016. This particular video is making fun of a really horrible fanfic, and while it doesn't glorify it, it certainly is in bad taste and doesn't do a good job of clarifying that it's against the material it's parodying. Well, no, it wasn't. Dude, it was just made for comedy.
It's so obvious that it's just something to laugh at.
Yeah, that's.
It's not taking it serious. It's not going, oh, the Nazis are great. All hail Hitler.
Yeah.
Hail. No. Heil. No.
Whoa. Yeah, but like.
No, it's literally just, it's making fun of it. It is so clearly, not even making fun of it, just pointing out the absurdity of such a thing, you know?
Dude, I will say, right? I believe this last one, I wouldn't work on something like this today, nor would anyone else involved. Yeah, because if you did, you'd get fucking torn alive. But like, I don't know, like, dog, this is kind of funny. Like, I don't know what to say, man.
He's so stupid.
That's the point. That's the point. And it's like, it just got brought up just to, like, you know, swing on him for it. But of course, this is just catching up. Now, to get more into it, let's actually get into stuff. So we're gonna actually be starting with It's Digi versus Sam. Okay. Now,
I have one thing to say in advance. Mm-hmm. Any of you motherfuckers in chat that are thinking about making a YouTube or like doing content in the future, do not, and I repeat, do not fucking cultivate a fan base of these motherfucking people. You will be miserable.
Yeah, and I will.
All I have to say.
And I will say, for Sonic, who is, you know, Hearts in chat, yeah, we're going to be going over that today too. But I want to talk about this because if you guys remember It's Digi, they were heavily insinuating that Gooseworks was a groomer, but only just called it concerning and alarming. And this person is very fucking reckless when it comes to allegations and situations and like how to handle things. And trust me, we're really gonna lay that out because I got a few things tonight. But they decided, you know, to bring up, they just relitigate a situation from when Michael was actually 14, but framed it like they were 25 saying the N-word. And yeah, and my friend, you know, friend of the channel, Saammuel, you know, calls that out in his video.
Big Sammy.
Yep, and Digi responds to it. So, yeah, we're gonna get into that. So I'm just going to read my tweet. It's DigiChiaki has brought up Michael Kovach's post to when he was 13 to 14, saying the N-word multiple times, but framed it like he was 25 when it happened. When pressed on this, she says that it changed nothing for her. How is a kid saying the N-word even comparable to a grown man saying it? We aren't seriously making the argument that they have the same maturity level, are we, Digi? I was a little bit evil there. But then the DeviantArt gets brought up. And Digi intentionally left out the response to being hacked because she didn't believe it. What kind of standard is that? If people didn't believe you actually got it wrong for the clip from 5 years ago instead of 16 years ago, are we really setting the standard we could just disregard your response? I'm sorry, but I don't think a literal child saying a slur in a hacked DeviantArt is enough to even come close to saying someone is racist for saying nega. This is the biggest reach I've seen in a while. So, I believe... Yeah, let's see this clip.
No, my last video was of a clip of Michael Kovach slinging the N-slur about 50 times in a quote-unquote rap. Now, for some of you guys, this came out of nowhere, and naturally so, you'll have a lot of questions, so let me clarify a few things. The original clip is indeed about a decade or so old. The screenshot I posted...
A decade or so old. 16 years ago. It's closer to 2 decades.
I want to ask something. Is this person literally trying to use, like, satisfying footage as the background, and that's it?
Yeah. Also, thank you.
Motherfucker, are you lazy?
Well, they're a TikToker. They're a TikToker.
Oh, well, true, actually, yeah.
But also, thank you. Thank you for the membership for 3 months, Metal Man. Ace, don't say the gamer word. No, I said negative. Oh, what's up, Remnant? But yeah, no, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
Guys, I'm thinking about opening up a second channel. I'm thinking I'm going to call it Negalin.
Dude, that would actually... No, now you got... See... Negalin is old news, okay? Now you gotta do LARPlin, okay? That's the that's in with the new, okay?
Somebody had a voice like mine and actually made a LARPlin channel, dude. Motherfucker, I would have that guy on constantly in my place, just laughing.
Dude, all right, but now let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Also, one last thing, Digi, could you please crop out the caption below when you're at least using that as B-roll? It is slightly bugging me.
No, they're just teaching you how to make the ingredients.
Load. I take full responsibility for that. I assumed people were going to...
At least give me the fucking, like, ingredient list and step-by-step so I can make it later.
So here's this.
Just came out of nowhere, and naturally so, you'll have a lot of questions. So let me clarify a few things. The original clip is indeed about a decade or so old. The screenshot
2 decades.
I posted was of a re-upload. I take full responsibility for that. I assumed people were going to look up the clip and...
Why would you assume people were going to look up the clip?
You expect people are going to look up a clip on YouTube. That's why you show the clip. Yeah.
Yeah, so you just expected people to do the research for you when you came forward with the claim. That's not how we run things here, okay? That's... No, why would you assume that fucking TikTokers, of all people, are just gonna like, oh wait, hold on, let me check the bio to really verify if my favorite comfort creator is telling the truth, instead of just blindly believing them through scrolling. They're just gonna scroll past.
And let's say this too. Also, it is more reasonable to think that somebody would maybe at least check the resources you used on a long YouTube video where you're talking about a creator and a lot of things and you link it all below, right?
Yeah.
You don't expect that on TikTok where everybody has the attention span of 5 fucking seconds and you have to use satisfying videos and over editing to keep the attention of a 3rd grader.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
See the original in the description. It doesn't change anything for me personally, but at the same time...
Yeah, it doesn't change anything for me personally. You know what would change, Digi? The fact that Michael goes from being fucking 25 to 14. Okay?
But it doesn't change anything for her. I'm sorry. It just doesn't matter.
Dude.
I don't know what to say.
That is an insane statement to say. That is an insane thing. Because like I said, I know I was being snarky, but are we really going to not recognize the maturity level difference between a 25-year-old and a fucking 14-year-old? Really?
How hard is it to say, yeah, I fucked up. I did something wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we just be real? So many people would get out of so much hot water if they would just fucking say that, but not say it over stupid shit. Like, I'm talking about over verifiable, very morally condemnable shit, like spreading a clip, intentionally or not, that would make people believe something vastly different if they had extra context. Can we be honest there?
Yeah, no, if she just took the L, but you're going to see in this other stuff, she's not really good at taking the L.
I hate to tell you this. This is somebody I immediately would look at and know they wouldn't take the L. I'm just saying that.
Yep, but let's keep it going. Let's keep pat your head.
Right.
I'm well aware misinformation is not helpful, so I do apologize for not being clearer with that. Now, as for the context of this clip and why people are saying it isn't Michael Kovach, the original is a clip from a now archived stream where a guy called Francisco and Michael Kovach were quote-unquote rapping. What I assume a lot of you did is watch the video, heard that the guy was called Francisco and not Michael Kovach, and immediately raced back to tell me that I was wrong. But Michael Kovach is in the video, he just comes in later on in the song, specifically after the first guy goes, "It's Michael Kovach semen!" And then pretty much right after does the clip I showed you in my previous video begin to play. And again, this is Michael Kovach back when he was a teenager. No one really knows about him. No one's gonna go out of their way to name drop him in a song to make him look bad. It's just him. Like, a full name signature is
I would love you to say, like, instead of teenager, saying the exact age, but sure.
crazy. I don't know what more proof y'all need.
Yeah.
But if you're still not convinced because it doesn't sound like him, then here's a clip from another voice acting gig around the same time that he was credited for compared to the clip that I posted.
How did you know? Damn, you're good. Unless you got money, then no. No! Take this! Yo! The rap music! Yo! Rap music!
Jesus.
Yo! Fuck the rock music!
I don't know, man. They sound pretty similar to me. And funnily enough, the video I got the first clip
Wait,
from
wait,
is
wait.
on a
Question. Wasn't that clip with like the angel dust and thing on the cover, like, what's it called, proven to be like a fake or not? I don't know. I saw that like discourse going on around.
I think
Wasn't
some
that
people argued
fake?
about that, but like the original thing was actually from like when they were 14. Not the.
No, I'm talking about that
No, yeah.
specific thing she just played. I don't know.
I'm not too sure.
I could have sworn some people said it wasn't legit. It was like just like a what's it called, a bad like a LARP or something funny that somebody else made.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. But I could have sworn that's what I saw was like the discourse for a while.
Yeah, I mean, take that as you will.
I
Grain
don't know.
of
If
salt.
somebody in chat knows, just just if you can verify it, like that'd be nice. Otherwise, like I'm gonna just keep that up in the air right there. I don't know there.
Okay, so yeah, how old is Digi? So, Digi is 20 years old. Just only 2 years younger than myself.
Right, I share an age with this person.
Yeah, 2 years younger than myself. So, yeah, no, like, you're gonna see some of her ideologies pretty soon.
Hey, Digi, question. When I was like in first grade, I stole a toy train from my teacher. Does that mean I'm still morally condemnable for that shit now? I just want to know.
Yeah. Also, what's up with the British
Does that
runner?
change anything?
True, dude. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
I just
Smoke
want to
Stone.
ask. You know.
True, I agree. I agree.
channel that is the only channel linked to where the rap video was posted. And the final nail in the coffin is that Michael Kovach himself acknowledges he was in some weird shit from 2010 to whenever. And whilst this in specific is in reference to the Anne Frank X Goku video he voice acted in when he was 19, I know, crazy, right? 2010 is when these videos specifically were released, so at this point there's not a doubt in my mind that this is Michael Kovach. I will say though, even in the tweet where he quote unquote addresses this, he calls it dubious, immature, and not so great. I wouldn't use those words to describe you saying the N-word 50 times consecutively, but
Oh yeah, let's fuck me, dude. This is so
Yeah,
whatever.
This is the act of a hateful, racist, evil fucking creature rather than a retarded child.
Yeah.
Because children definitely understand real life and understand repercussions and understand the weight of the things they say.
Dude. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. This is the same thing that people complain with Gooseworks.
Kids know so well about the weight of the things they say that kids say shit like they hate their parents. And are the parents supposed to immediately take that at face value and understand and believe that is such a true thing, rather than it's just an angry kid out having an outburst? Like, this is just something that's so fucking obvious to a single person with a brain cell. Hell, even an IQ above the 50s, let's say. Literally, we're talking, the bar is the entry to a special education classroom to understand this. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, so the reason I was bringing up like the Gooseworks thing where people complained when Gooseworks said genuine racism, and it's like, well, yeah, the reason why people say that is because there is a difference in scale of severity of shock humor versus someone like being a Klans member. So, like, obviously, there's things like this where it's a stupid teenager. Sure, they're saying something racist, but does that mean that we should morally condemn them for their entire future that they walk the earth? No. I think that there is ways to, go against this. I don't think that a 14-year-old fully understands or comprehends the weight and nature of everything that they say. So
this is even legally recognized as well.
Yeah.
In law is if a child commits the same crime as an adult, unless it's something like fucking murder, they often get much lesser sentences, and they go to a different prison entirely. They go to juvie.
Yeah.
Like, this is recognized all over.
Yeah, but
I don't understand the logic of holding this. Because I bet if we looked into your past when you were a little kid, you probably did a lot of fucking dumb shit. I can guarantee it. Because everybody when they were a kid was a fucking idiot.
Well, she gets people pissed off because she calls people crackers, which is lol. But
okay. My boys in the chat, I want to have an actual honest question here. Can somebody come up with a good slur for white people already? Like, we have nothing good. It's so disappointing.
Yeah, you guys could do better, okay? You guys can you guys can do better. Dude.
Like, the only good slur I've seen on Twitter is wigga. It's not even funny because it's good. It's just because you swapped a letter. It's boring. Give me something good.
Some people just specifically to me to be a slur for myself in Chud's chat call me a spade. It's like, okay, dude. Whatever.
Yeah,
thank you for the 5 LARP space. I tend to like your points, but this one isn't a good one. You're probably going to feel that way about a few things, LARP space. Okay.
LARP space? LARP space?
Yeah.
Ace, I didn't know you had a little twin. I didn't know this.
Yeah, that's twin. But no, no, let's march on.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just a robot
and this is the thing, right? I've already been told y'all that age is not an indicator of change for me, especially when you're doing something this malicious and cruel. And I've never had such a clear example, such as Michael Kovach, because he was doing this at 13. He was making Anne Frank echo Goku at 19.
Dude.
And he was saying, so long, nigga. What reason do I have to believe that this man has changed? Please tell me. The man can't even properly...
So, saying negative, but the shortened version, okay. Evil Anne Frank comic and saying a slur as a kid. That presents a strong enough case that this guy's like a giga racist.
Yeah, this giga racist is, what is it called? Retweeting and condemning people on fucking Twitter for going to glitch events and saying the N-word, right? But, he's secretly a fucking Klansman and is actually this evil fucking bastard who is currently in his basements right now in a white robe burning a black man on a cross. He is definitely that.
Dude, this is fucked up, Rose. Well, it's hard to do that when white people tend to kill us for random shit. Dude, you're fucked up, bro. Fuck, dude. Fuck. Okay, bro. Relax.
God.
No one's killing anybody. No one's killing anybody, okay? We're all just...
Okay, so I'm killing you after the stream.
Dude, okay. Okay, let's keep going.
He hold himself accountable without trying to say what he did in the most euphemistic way possible in order to downplay the severity of his actions. And I said from the start his apology was manipulative as fuck because he tried to make it out as if the whole thing was a misunderstanding. Meanwhile, roll the clip.
So long, nigga. So long, nigga.
Yeah, he definitely said the N-word right there.
And let's not forget, after getting held accountable, he tried to do some guilt tripping shit talking
Keep
about...
in mind he said so long, nigga, to the shirt that was leaving!
Yep. Fucking racist. Dude, this...
There was more clippable points than so long, nigga. Why that one?
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Dude, fuck me, dude. God.
I guess I deserve this. But he couldn't part his lips to say anything about his fans who were harassing the upset black people.
Oh, this.
And now with all of that context, add in the fact that he knew he had something as heinous as this in his closet. Oh, this man is evil. And honestly,
this man is evil. So,
oh my God.
So, okay. When has it also become... Yeah, when has it also become a creator's responsibility to constantly 24/7 police their own audience? All right, like especially with something like voice acting, you can't really control who likes you. That's such a like a diversely loved thing, and that's the beautiful thing about voice acting. But you can't control who likes you. Right, that is an unrealistic expectation.
That is the bad thing about voice acting, yeah, because people will like you from other media and they don't know actually your actual personality or even a personality you have. That is like the one good thing about content creation is you can cultivate a specific group of people that like you by specifically hitting things you know that would get rid of people you don't like.
Yeah. Dude, it's like, I mean, I think that this is interesting to see. See, this only happens with the indie animation and like industries. I feel like it's like
really does.
Yeah, like,
and I think it's because they have such an audience already cultivated around it. That's just like a lot of these really fucking annoying and like. I know this sounds so fucking gay to say, but soy people. I hate saying that, but it's just honestly the word I describe.
Oh, thank you for 5. Not even a dig at Michael, but bro
Don't
literally
worry.
did Robotnik Claus. I don't get. No, we're getting into that.
No, we're covering that. We're covering that.
Thank you for the 5. Thank you for the 5. We'll get into that.
Thank you.
There's a reason why.
Oh my.
But yeah.
And he was at least older when he did that one. He was at least older.
Yeah, and you know what? I think that, that would eliminate the whole he was a dumb kid argument, sure. But we're obviously talking about it one at a time. But
yeah, so we have to die on this hill for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Let's keep going. We got 1 minute left.
Honestly, if you still think this is a nothing burger, look at the older comments on the 5-year re-upload, the one with the angel dust thumbnail, and look how many people are cheering him on, laughing and acting like this is the most hilarious thing ever. It's almost as if when you let your racism go unchecked as someone with a public standing, you thus risk creating a safe space for racism amongst your fans. And again, that's why the time argument never works for me. Racism does not stay still nor stays confined to the day that you committed it. And for every white person's racism phase, there is a black person going through their self.
So would them saying like, just going to random people just magically stop racism? Like I don't. This is an unrealistic expectation.
I'm so sorry, Digi. As a white person, I'm sorry that I laughed at a bad joke last night. I'm sorry that I heard the joke, who would fall faster, a Jew or a black person? Dude. And I laughed because they said the black person would fall faster because of the chains, even though it doesn't logically make sense. I'm sorry. I have so much white guilt, Digi. I'm so sorry. How much are your reparations? How much do I owe you? I'm so sorry. My white frail body is yours. You can take me as your slave. You can make me work in the fields. You can whip me. I bet you would like that.
Rololin, you're getting mogged in the chat. Someone just said, "Who's this yellow guy? He looks like an MLP person."
Fuck you. It's called clopping, Dad.
Dude. Fuck. Okay.
Oh,
ring, ring, ring. Jingles keys. We got 40 seconds left. Let's do this.
Hang on. I'm the jingling keys. You don't understand.
This is crazy on Juneteenth. Don't worry about it.
Self-loathing phase. They're desperately wishing they were a different race phase, or God forbid them taking their lives because of racism phase. Except it's not a phase, because unlike white people who get to live past it like nothing ever happened, black people are constantly tormented by the system that is racism every single day and will never be able to just shrug it off. Anyways, last but not least, the real Dude, I mean, look, man, right? Obviously,
black
I recognize.
People are getting shot in the street by Klansmen right now. The world is ending. Even on Juneteenth, we're hanging black people by trees.
Dude, like,
I hate them.
I don't know, man. Like, I know obviously everyone has their own, like, problems and issues that they go through in their own line of struggles, but like, am I really realistically supposed to believe that the average black person saw the Nega clip and almost had a heart attack because of how racist it was? Like, like I dude, I don't know. I've just seen countless people be like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm
gonna say, like, I don't even have an issue if you don't like it or have an issue with it, right? I have this issue of this high standard of moral condemnation where nobody is allowed to change and be a different person. If you think that clip is so horrible and condemn it, that is okay. But if you feel that means that person can never be a better person ever and can never, ever do good on the world because of literally just that alone, then I think you are a fucking fool who just has the inability to recognize the greatest thing we as humans have is the ability to change and learn. You are a fucking idiot for that, I say.
Yeah.
Really?
Dude, it's over. Oh, hey, is that the Clover person? No, this is not Clover. This is Digi.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. See, actually, my biggest problem with the Nega clip from 7 years ago is it just wasn't even that funny. Like, there was a guy just slamming the table, and I'm just like, how are you laughing this hard, bro? It's not. It's
like, you don't understand, Ace. You see, as somebody like him, he's never exposed to the idea of dark humor because that means he is a horrible, immoral, evil person. But when the trans person next to him accidentally drops the slur, or at least makes it sound like it, then he gets the free pass to laugh. So he has to take every moment he can to laugh at it because otherwise he is the problem. And he can never laugh at it again. But no, yeah, it was like such a boring clip. It's like, really? Dude, the shit I say on Jackbox is so much worse. I had a bit for a long time where I drew Perry the Platypus and he was just like ripped in like a stupid way, and I don't fucking know. There was a lot of stupid shit I would do on Jackbox, and one of the dumbest ones was Femboy Hitler.
Dude,
what the fuck is wrong with me?
I just thought of something really fucked up, man.
What?
Digi is truly if she was successful in the digital circus fandom, bro.
God, oh no.
Bro. I could see it too.
Yeah, don't question it, devil. Just don't question it.
No, it's like, do you understand how close these designs are too? Like,
that's another thing I noticed with a lot of these people, which is kind of funny about Remnant's video, but they have a really similar art style, don't they?
This is messed up, bro. Like, it's messed up. But no, let's keep going. We got like less than 30 seconds. We could thug it out.
Okay, one last thing to wrap it up, though. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying racism doesn't exist, but I don't think the degree that this person acts like it exists. It just doesn't. A lot of people don't give a fuck about each other's race nowadays. Besides the hyper-politicized, annoying fuckers on the internet, most people don't give a fuck. That is just the honest thing. Racism in real life, bad, where they're hurting people, yes. But, like, people laughing at edgy jokes on the internet is not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's really not.
I don't really care about edgy jokes, but we could smoke blunts and keep going. So
yeah, let's go.
Less than 30. Or
Reupload also features some of Michael Kovach's old DeviantArt posts, at least allegedly. See, I'm gonna be so honest. I don't have any proof that this is him. I don't know why the person would randomly lie, but it could always be a possibility. So take these with a grain of salt. But I feel like they're worth showing anyways. Let's start off with his bio. Surely it can't be that bad. Favorite genre of music: effing old school rock and roll N-word. MP3 player of choice: I N-word. Skin of choice: any color other than black because I'm not an N-word. Personal quote: 10 R-words per second. Well, like maybe his posts are a bit better. Damn it, I hate N-words.
Dude, so his like defense for this was literally being hacked. Like I'll show this, right?
And I was gonna say even that it's not even that funny.
Yeah, no, like to anyone who has stumbled on his account, I want to make it very clear that while I did go by the username Ultimate Z Dawn around this time, the content of this account was not posted by me. If you look at the journal entry title, I got hacked by this kid at my school. It mentions that this account was compromised and the password was given to another user. Based on what information I could collect, I believe the account compromised by the user Enigma or Injima49. Yeah, who was watching. Yeah, who was watching, watched by the account, had interactions with the account right below me, actually, and was very similar content and references on their own profile. I've since messaged both this account and the Enigma49. Okay, so you spell it differently here, whatever. Account.
Okay, you spelled it wrong, I think.
Yeah. To summarize, I made this account in 2008 to reserve my username at the time. I got hacked, hacker, posted racist shit, and now I'm aware of it 12 years later. Love the internet. And
could I say something?
Yeah.
Okay. If you think that he wasn't hacked, like, why would he make this whole elaborate lie when he's not even, like, what's it called, discrediting the whole, like, him saying it 50 times in a song?
Wait, yeah, and also, hold on.
Like, why hide this? Why would he hide this with a lie?
Yeah, and this is
like also, genuine.
Yeah, so this is the rap song thing replying to it saying he was 14, but if he was 14 2010, this account would have been made 2008 to 2009, so he would have been, like, 12 to 13. So even if he wasn't hacked, I wouldn't give a fuck.
I would just say the kid was very unfunny.
Yeah, classic L comedy. So, of course, before we get into this, right? Before we get into this, because this one responds to Sam, we got to get into Sam's video. Okay? Now, we're going to respectfully speed up Sam's video. Okay?
I hope Sam's mic isn't blown up like he did in that Techno Larkin interview. That was fucking hilarious.
Dude, hopefully he's not evil. But, yeah. Yeah, here we go.
Our last video was of a clip of Michael Kovach.
You know, after the past month in the words clip and the name Michael Kovach has completely traumatized me. Over the past month, ladies and gentlemen, Slopmmuel viewers, I've been extensively covering all the drama that's been happening within the Amazing Digital Circus fandom. This drama ranges from people blowing old posts out of proportion to do with goosework.
I gotta slow it down a little bit. This guy's too fast of a talker.
I was like, holy shit, he's actually speaking really fast.
Yeah.
People getting angry at Gooseworks for how they reacted to the finale leaks, and ultimately weaponizing false accusations against them. All of this, of course, started with Michael Kovach's drama over the NEGA shirt clip, and people trying to call him a racist and saying that he actually said the N-word here. All of this was massively blown out of proportion, and a lot of people quickly realised that after the initial virality of the situation, and people started moving on to people like Gooseworks. Mostly people outside the Amazing Digital Circus realised it was blown out of proportion, right? Like, people with him. This video, we are back with Michael Kovach in a very similar situation. So, without further ado, let's dive into the situation. Now, the latest Amazing Digital Circus drama surrounding Michael Kovach once more stems from a resurfaced clip from Michael Kovach. In this resurfaced clip, Michael Kovach is rapping, and unlike in the NEGA clip, he does actually say the N-word here quite a lot, actually, like repeatedly. Now, of course, I will be playing the clip, but I have removed the background music, and as well, I'm going to be censoring every single time he says the N-word, just due to YouTube's policies, but you can find this clip publicly available up on the platform.
Put in some glue. Turns out it's Michael Kovach semen.
I mean, shortly after Michael Kovach is mentioned by name, that he starts rapping.
Yo, fuck the rap music. Yo, I love the rap
Dude.
music. Yo, fuck the rock music. Yo.
Now look, you get the gist, he's saying it a lot, he's repeating it. Now, I said earlier that this was a resurfaced clip, and there's a big factor in this situation. This clip was from 16 years ago. There are probably quite a few people watching this video that are younger than this clip. When Michael Kovach was doing that rap, he was a teenager. My stance on this is, whilst it's of course not justified that he said the N-word, it's incredibly criticizable. Ultimately, It was 16 years ago, and he was a teenager, right? Like, let's not be naive here, right? In 16 years, someone can change a hell of a lot, especially when you were a teenager at the time. It's not like this is an incredibly recent thing, right? This is nearly 2 decades ago. I'm not going to use a 16-year-old clip to say that current day Michael Kovach is a racist and hold him to that type of standard. It's definitely criticizable. It's not justified whatsoever, but it was an action that Michael Kovach, when he was a teenager, 16 years ago took. I'm not going to then use that to try and say that current day Michael Kovach is some big, bigoted racist. But that is my overall stance. I'm not going to move from that. It's not like Michael Kovach said
Michael
this yesterday.
Kovach is hanging black people by the rafters. He's skinning them for meat. He is using them for slave work. He's using them to pick the cotton. He's a Klansman. He's got to put on the hood already.
Let's reel it in, Roland. Not on Juneteenth. All right, let's.
Hey, God, my black boys. I'm sorry. I need to emphasize the struggle right now.
Okay.
This big evil Klansman.
Okay.
All right, I'll reel myself
your head.
back. I'll reel
Pat your
myself
head.
back.
Yep.
5 years ago, in fact, even 10 years ago. This was almost 2 decades ago. It doesn't make it justified, doesn't make it not criticizable, doesn't make it right. What it does mean from my perspective is that I'm not going to hold him to the same account as if he said this yesterday. Now, this situation has garnered a lot of attention, and our favourite content creator Digi actually ended up covering this. If you don't remember Digi or don't know who they are, this is just a little bit of a taster of what they're like.
About soon turning 18, in which Goose is like, oh my god, how are you all so young? So that does lead me to believe she didn't know their age. But this is good, right? Everything can be cleared up now, and Goose can stop interacting with this person, at least in text. Nope, not only do they proceed to keep contact up until very recently, Gooseworks still continues to engage with jokes that this person who's almost a decade younger than her is making.
They then say that Gooseworks knows that it's wrong for them, an adult, to joke around with another adult by showing a joke post. Yeah, if you want to know more about that situation and the problems with Digi's coverage, I highly recommend.
Great stuff.
Yeah, she was so bad faith with that video because we went over that with Gooseworks, at least I did. She was so bad faith. And tried to like interpret everything like maybe she knew the age, maybe that she didn't, I don't know. But it's like, dog, what the fuck? It's mind blowing to me. But yeah. Let's pray TADC, Twitter doesn't discover y'all. That would just be funny though, Boulders.
Oh, I hope they do, because then I can spend like the next like week or two farming YouTube shorts on them and just laugh.
Yeah, I would just low-key aura farm. But yeah, anyways.
You go and check out my latest video covering Gooseworks and the Amazing Digital Circus drama. But back to this situation and covering Digi's awful coverage. Yo! Throughout this coverage.
So, I want to highlight this. Okay? So yes, that was Digi's face. Can you point out something to me, Roland?
And the Amazing Digital Circus drama. But back to this situation and covering Digi's awful coverage.
Now, when he when he zoomed in, okay, when he zoomed into her face, did he make fun of her appearance?
That is a very standard editing thing that a lot of people in the commentary sphere do, where they zoom in on an image.
Right, but did he say anything?
No.
Like, good.
Like, that's my whole point. Is like, this is just normal shit that people in the commentary sphere do, where they just zoom in on an image. Your face wasn't criticized. You're only feeling insecure because you're self-aware.
Well, I want you to keep that in the back of your head. Also, what's up, Self? So far, not really, like, any valid criticisms. Just new stuff that are being relitigated.
I'm being called a fucking brony in chat. You gotta reel them in.
Yeah. Well, maybe you are. Maybe you're my brony friend. Okay, you're the one that survived.
Ace, do we need to go to your Discord server and check out the art chat? Do we need to do this?
Anyways.
Throughout this coverage, they don't talk, they just play the clip of Michael Kovach rapping with an N-word counter, and then they leave it at that. But do you notice something about this coverage? Digi's video has a screenshot of the video where they took the clip from. Now, instead of showing the original video from 16 years ago, they show a video from 5 years ago. You know, seeing a clip from 5 years ago about this, it might lead some people to believe that this was a more recent event than it actually was. Now, not once in this video does Digi actually point out the fact that, yeah, this isn't from 5 years ago, right? This isn't a situation from 5 years ago and someone's clipped this up 5 years ago and posted it. They don't clarify that. They don't clarify that this clip is 16 years old. The thing what gets me even more about this is if you go on this video that has clipped this up, the description literally links the original video, so Digi could have easily used that original video, but they didn't. In Digi's follow-up video, this is what they had to say to this piece of criticism.
Things. The original clip is indeed about a decade or so old. The screenshot I posted was of a re-upload. I take full responsibility for that. I assumed people were going to look up the clip and see the original in the description.
That is such a reckless thing to assume.
Can I point something else, too?
Sure.
If you think that people were going to have the intelligence to look up the other clip, how would they know the other clip exists?
Yeah. Also fishy chill. But yeah, no. Yeah.
Like, how would they know? Because they'd only see that one, and they'd assume there was only one archive, and there wouldn't be, like, something that's super old. Because you didn't use the super old one. Because why would they think it exists if there was nothing to archive?
Yeah, I
but
do
there
agree.
was something to archive.
Guys, I do agree. Roland does look like a Discord and Fluttershy fan child. Yes. I know.
I'm going to crash out. I hate this. I hate you all. Your community sucks ass, Ace. Ace, I made a mistake coming on live streams. They're gonna start drawing me weird now.
You love
I made a
them.
mistake.
You love them.
I've already had to deal with the goth one that I got sent, and it's cursed.
Yeah.
I'm wearing Jack Skellington on my neck.
Now, you know what, Nobby? We don't actually have a B art for Rololan. I just realized that. But anyways.
Christ.
I don't know why you simply just wouldn't mention that this was 16 years ago anywhere on your post. It would be incredible if people, when watching pieces of content, then further looked into the situation, but we know that that isn't always going to happen. People aren't always going to do that. So it's important when you are covering a situation to include all the proper facts. Otherwise, you end up misleading the people watching your video. It was 5 years ago. It was in the big 2020. 7,000 likes. 2021, by the way, holy shit. But it was 7 years ago. He could have changed. This was 5 years ago. Don't think he changed that much. Because of Digi's poor coverage, where not only do they not mention that this happened 16 years ago, they then use a screenshot of a clip from the clip of the thing from 16 years ago instead of the original video we would show the day, has ultimately led to a false narrative. Regardless if they took responsibility for this, it's still incredibly criticizable, right? It's either incredibly reckless or it's downright disingenuous. After watching the video on Gooseworks where they don't even bother to actually look at the full tweets they're reading, right, all the full replies and do research themselves, I'm gonna say that they're just really bad at researching and making content that should be trusted, rather than inherently this individual just being malicious and disingenuous. Being on the Slopmmuel YouTube channel to people that absolutely mess up a coverage and spread a false narrative, we give lots of charity. But just for future reference, Digi, if you are actually going to bother to cover something, actually cover it properly and show all the facts and information accurately from the situation that you were covering. I mean, yeah,
Another time he shows her face and doesn't make fun of her appearance.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, around 60 of you here, guys. Remember to like, up, and subscribe.
If you're gonna make fun of somebody's face, at least you would, like, zoom in on a feature that's very, like, undesirable. Like, say she had a mole on her cheek, you would zoom heavily in on the mole to make sure it was emphasized if you're gonna try to subconsciously or, like, hidden way make fun of somebody,
Yeah.
You gotta draw attention to it. What? You have a face like an average human being. Is your face something that you feel that uncomfortable about? Because I'd recommend you don't post it anymore if you really do feel that way. Just saying.
Yeah, she does some face cam, but like it's whatever. I really don't care. But it's whatever. It's whatever. You keep going. It's very clear that she's insecure. But yeah, we'll keep it going.
Mistakes do happen, but this is the second time in the space of less than 2 weeks that Digi has made a mistake in their coverage that has ultimately resulted in a false narrative. Digi then goes on to show a comparison of clips to show that, yeah, what we heard is actually Michael Kovach, not some random guy.
And again, this is Michael Kovach back when he's a teenager. No one really knows about him. No one's gonna go out of their way to name drop him in a song to make him look bad. It's just him. Like, a full name signature is crazy. I don't know what more proof y'all need. But if you're still not convinced because it doesn't sound like him, then here's a clip from another voice acting gig around the same time that he was credited for compared to the clip that I posted.
How did you know?
Pull this video.
The final nail in the coffin is that Michael Kovach himself.
And with Digi's usual level of research, I'm surprised they could even go into the description and pull this video.
The final nail in the coffin is that Michael Kovach himself acknowledges he was in some weird shit from 2010 to whenever. And whilst this in specific is in reference to the Anne Frank X Goku video he voice acted in when he was 19, I know, crazy, right? 2010 is when these.
What's up?
Hang on. So wait, does this apology right here actually like talk about this clip in specific or no?
The apology. It doesn't. That apology that she showed on screen was the one that we looked at for the Anne Frank one.
Yeah, because she brings it up as a. I could swear if you like go back like 10 seconds, I swear she brings it up as like a way to like verify this is real, and then he talks about it, right? But he doesn't talk about it, not at all directly.
Yeah,
I'm not even making the argument that it isn't real, that he didn't like participate in this, because I guess like why would somebody put Michael Kovach and like lie about his name like 16 years ago when he wasn't even popular yet, right?
Sure.
But like, why bring this up if this isn't part of the immediate thing at really all?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, it's really tedious, but yeah.
Videos specifically were released, so at this point there's not a doubt in my mind that this is Michael Kovach. I will say though, even in the tweet where he quote-unquote addresses this, he calls it dubious, immature, and not so great. I wouldn't use those words to describe using the N-word.
He doesn't address this. That's the whole point.
Well, so again, she's stealing that. Well, not stealing, to be fair. She took that from the apology for the Anne Frank clip in particular. So this kind of still feels a little bit disingenuous.
I was going to say, because no, she then goes to directly say that she's talking about the rap clip instead. Like, literally go back 10 seconds, and then she says, I wouldn't call and describe using the N-word 50 times as dubious and shit, right? Like, she uses it as, like, a comparison that this is an apology for that, when he isn't even addressing that. He's talking about specifically the new grand shit,
Based
like
crow.
the Anne Frank thing.
Yeah.
It's really weird to do it.
Yeah, like, it's really clear Roland's bothered by this, and you could really tell.
Fuck you all!
Dude.
It's so cursed! Why did you do this?
Hashtag Emolin, that's all I'm gonna say.
What the fuck?
Dude!
Oh my god!
No, not Digi! Not Digi!
Ace, she is going to call you a racist, evil white.
Dude, it's gonna be like Anthony. It's like, you used right-wing propaganda art to mock me. Dude.
Don't they? Yeah, like, oh my fucking god, this is cursed. I love it.
That's so awesome. That's so fucking awesome.
She looks like an 80-year-old.
Yeah. Fuck, here we go.
Consecutively, but
dude, fuck.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
In this post, he took accountability and said that he did stuff between this time period that wasn't great. I really don't know what more you want from the guy at that point. Doesn't mean just because he said something here, though, that then anything that comes out between this time period, you then can't criticize. Of course, that's ridiculous. But he has taken accountability for his actions between this time and has gone against them.
And this is the thing, right? I've already been told y'all that age is not an indicator of change for me, especially when you're doing something this malicious and cruel. And I've never had such a clear example, such as Michael Kovach, because he was doing this at 13. He was making Anne Frank X Goku at 19, and he was saying, so long, nigga. What reason do I have to believe that this man has changed? Please.
Yeah.
I want to make an argument here, right?
Yep.
So she says age is not an indicator of change for her, right? So if we're going by that logic, then you would have no issue considering a baby saying that word to be on the same par and level as an 80-year-old saying that word, yes? If age isn't an indicator of change, that means that you'd have to hold the baby accountable the exact same way as an 80-year-old, yes?
Ooh.
You see how stupid this sounds?
Yeah, I would do that though because it's kind of low key funny. No, but
I know I'm expecting a really extreme saying like a baby, like 1-year-old, you know, right? But like that is to the degree your logic goes to. Is if age has no chance of changing anything and saying that there's no change at all, then that means you'd have to hold a baby of 1 year old accountable the same way at anybody else you would. It's just silly.
Yeah. Yeah. It's over. Well, we continue.
Please tell me. The man can't even properly hold himself accountable without trying to say what he did in the most euphemistic way possible in order to downplay the severity of his actions. And I said from the start his apology was manipulative as because he tried to make it out as if the whole thing was a misunderstanding. Meanwhile, roll the clip.
So long, nigga. So long, nigga.
Let's not forget, after getting held accountable, he tried to do some guilt trip and shit talking about, oh, I guess I deserve this. But he couldn't part his lips to say anything about his fans who were harassing the upset black people.
Go through all the points Digi has made. Michael Kovach is almost 31.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about all the fans that were also harassing the black people, saying they didn't think it was a fucking big deal. That's the whole thing. It goes both ways. You're not going to talk about the people that were harassing the other black people, calling them a bunch of racial slurs because they didn't agree.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole. It goes both ways,
dude.
It's so.
Dude, this argument's so dumb. Dude,
it's a bunch of fucking idiots.
Yeah, I feel like you could just throw this argument out the window and just like continue to like move on with your life. This is like so dumb for like them to just go on in circles to like die on this hill. Like, Digi, you fucked up because you're really fucking bad at research. Okay?
Yeah.
You're really fucking bad at dealing with things. Maybe one day you can prove yourself to getting better, because that's a beautiful thing about life, Digi.
Yeah.
You can always improve and do better.
Isn't that an amazing thing that we possess as human beings? Isn't that a great thing that we all can do?
Yeah.
We can change.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
oh my god.
It's a crazy concept.
That concept is almost impossible to comprehend. You mean to tell me people change over time with experiences and knowledge?
Oops. I know that's very foreign for this community, but yes. Yes.
This is impossible.
Dude, the amount of time I've been doing like redemption arguments, dude, this just really like brings me back, dude. It's so fucked.
I love it.
Oh, dude, fuck. But yeah, let's Jingles keys, let's keep going.
Years of age. But the three things they mentioned to try and establish a pattern of behaviour to suggest that Michael Kovach hasn't actually changed happened before he was 20. The NEGA clip is several years old at this point as well. Michael Kovach joking around about the word NEGA sounding like the N-word and that being the whole bit, and then Michael Kovach when he was a teenager saying the N-word are two different levels of severity. Especially in the context of the whole shirt incident, you can't then try and use that and conflate the two to try and make it out like it's a pattern of behaviour. In none of his responses is he simply downplaying his actions. That's ridiculous. He's taking accountability, he's responded, he's also acknowledged that during the time period of 2010 to 2016, ultimately he was doing stuff that was dubious and wasn't great. At that point, I honestly don't know what more you want from Michael Kovach. Let's revisit what Digi says towards the end of that section.
After getting held accountable, he tried to do some guilt tripping shit, talking about, I guess I deserve this.
I've received many threats of genuine harm alongside many hundreds of messages harassing and
Oh, I missed that. Dude. Yeah, no, so they were actually
but
like...
it's deserved, Ace. It's deserved, Ace.
Yeah, but they were dealing with the UTTP thing. Like that... They've been dealing with that group for years, but like this...
But you see, he's an evil Klansman. He deserves this.
Dude, it's so fucking over. Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if Digi said it was okay that was happening to him and it was happy. I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean,
that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Digi, I would hope that you never have the day where like you go through what Michael goes through. But let's be real. If you did, I don't think you would be faring very well either, considering I've seen you crash out over like one person. So I don't know how you would fare if a whole mob just started like mogging you and like criticizing you. I don't think you would take that really well. I'm going to be honest. Like, you're mocking this guy for feeling low because he's being like, people are trying to like ruin his future job opportunities over maliciously framed clips that you're also contributing to. If you were in his shoes, I genuinely think you'd be trying to go to war with every Twitter account and become a lolcow. That's the stage you're kind of at right now. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, this is bleak, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
this is rough.
Yeah. Stop saying Jingles keys. You're distracting me from my game. Well, now I'm gonna say it more.
It works. It works, Ace.
Yeah. But yeah.
Look it out.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, moves on.
Humanizing me, thus Ed Law's trying to dox and harass me relentlessly. I suppose I have to let this happen and not complain because this is accountability.
But he couldn't part his lips to say anything about his fans who were harassing the upset black people. Ooh.
How dare Michael Kovach address the fact that people were harassing, doxing, and sending him genuine threats, and not what his fans were doing, something that he's not accountable for. And cry me a river, Michael Kovach doesn't need to address any of that. If he did, that's fantastic, right? That's great. If he didn't, okay, he's not responsible for the actions that other people defending him take. He then doesn't need to therefore address said actions. It is just more moving the goalpost to try and make Michael Kovach look as bad as possible.
And now with all of that context, add in the fact that he he knew he had something as heinous as this in his closet, oh, this man is evil. And honestly, if you still think this is a nothing burger, look at the older comments on the 5-year re-upload, the one with the angel dust thumbnail, and look how many people are cheering him on, laughing and acting like this is the most hilarious thing ever. It's almost as if when you let your racism go unchecked as someone with a public standing, you thus risk creating a safe space for racism amongst your fans. And again, that's why the time argument never works for me. Racism does not stay still nor stays confined to the day that you committed it.
The whole NEGA stuff was a long time ago as well, right? He clearly was edgier then and clearly fostered a more edgy community at the time. It's clearly changed, not only in how Michael Kovach has dealt with the situation, but how a large majority of his audience responded to this entire situation to do with the whole NEGA shirt stuff. Are going to be people in his...
have respect and understanding for somebody who used to be racist, but then saw the error in their ways and became a better person and fully disavowed their past and wished to work towards a better future. Because honestly, that's an amazing thing that somebody can hold such terrible views, but then gain the ability to not and understand the issues in it. And even with that, try to help and change other people, because in the end, you can't go to war against racism like that. You can't physically go to war against racism. You can't kill all the racists, because then you make more racist by doing that. The way you fight racism is by trying to teach and shape people into understanding. And when you make it impossible for people to change or allow them to change, hang on, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Well, yeah, racism's not a person, it's a behavior. So it's a top behavior. So yeah, you obviously you should obviously never try to be like, oh, killing's the justified way to go. No. I don't know. I feel like if we can have the same level of nuance and understand basic cycle of abuse concepts, right? I'm not talking about with groomers or something like that here, but it's let's say neglect, right? That's a pretty simple one I could throw in here with family dynamics. Let's say a kid grew up from a neglectful family. Now, it's very possible and highly likely that kid's going to grow up to be a parent that is very neglectful because they were never taught how to love properly or never taught to have these type of relationships. But there are possible ways where if they are taught from other people, they could break that chain, mitigating the chances of their own kid growing up in such a neglectful family life. It's that's just kind of how I view people that are uneducated.
Sorry, I had somebody walk in.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go back to what I was saying though. Basically, you can't just go to war physically against people who hold bad beliefs. The best war you can do is try to teach it out of people and make as many people who would be susceptible and hold those beliefs actually understand and not hold those beliefs and be better people. That is in the end what we should be striving to do. Not hold these fucking stupid holy wars fighting people and trying to say that they will never fucking change and they're evil bastards for this.
Yeah.
It's silly.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, rant over. Holy Crusade done.
Yeah. Jingles keys. Everyone should like and subscribe, but Jingles keys. We move on. We move on.
Community that hold different values that don't agree with Michael Kovach, that are going to be Reggie, that are going to be possibly racist, but that isn't on Michael Kovach. He's not fostering that type of community. Digi then goes on to speak about racism as a whole before getting back to another claim against Michael Kovach.
It also features some of Michael Kovach's old DeviantArt posts, at least allegedly. See, I'm going to be so honest. I don't have any proof that this is him. I don't know why the person would randomly lie, but it could always be a possibility, so take these with a grain of salt.
Does Digi bother to do any research whatsoever? If you take 1 minute to actually properly take a look at this page, you will see a response from an account which is claimed to be Michael Kovach. To anyone who has stumbled on this account, I'll make it very clear that while I did go by the username Ultimate Z Dawn around this time, the content on this account was not posted by me. If you look at the journal entry titled I got hacked by this kid at my school, it mentions that this account was compromised and the password was given to another user. Based on what information I could collect, I believe the account was compromised by the user Enigma49, who was watching/watching the account, had interactions with the account right below me actually, and has very similar content and references on their own profile. I've since messaged both this account and the Enigma49 accounts in hopes that an email address attached to either account is still in use. However, as the user in question no longer appears to be active, I reached out to the DeviantArt's support team to either delete the account in question, remove the deplorable content, or at the very least change the username. Unfortunately, they have yet to respond to either of the two tickets I've submitted to them, dated October 6th and October 17th. To summarize, I made this account in 2008 to reserve my username at the time. It got hacked, hacker posted racist shit, and now I'm aware of it 12 years later. Love the internet. Nowhere in Digi's video is this response mentioned. Not once, doesn't appear whatsoever.
Yep.
But I feel like they're worth showing anyways. Let's start off with this bio. Surely it can't be that bad. Favorite genre of music? Effing old school rock and roll N-word. MP3 player of choice? I N-word. Skin of choice? Any color other than black because I'm not an N-word. Personal quote, 10 R words per second. Well, maybe his posts are a bit better. God damn it, I hate N-words.
That post is incredibly interesting because the Enigma person has that image as their profile picture. The account that Michael Kovach...
What's up?
I feel like it was almost malicious a lot of the time through the things she left out. It feels like she deliberately left things out just to make it worse.
And well, she's also like a Digital Circus fan too, lol. But
I know that
I know.
like it is possible that she missed some things when doing quote unquote research and she's bad at it. But at the other time, there's a lot of very malicious people on the internet that will see these things and deliberately leave them out. You know that, right?
No, I mean, I think like there's a dopamine rush that comes to the attention of getting a scalp or taking someone down. And it's like this is
no, I know this.
Yeah, there's
This
a
is
very very common in commentary. Like, you know, we see like a person that has a completely laughable like mindset, and sometimes, you know, we mug them, right? We kill the Swerg, right? We get them, we own them, right? That's kind of like what happens here, but the very interesting thing is, with commentary, when they go after a person, they might have some reasons, they might have some moral arguments, but for the most part, some people will just tell you, I just thought it was funny, that guy sucked. In this space, they'll try to moralize it. Which is very very interesting to do, because when you start to moralize that type of behavior, you're opening the window or door for it to happen to yourself. That is all you're inviting.
And not even just that. The further you go, the more ridiculous shit gets.
Yeah.
The bar is always changing.
Yeah. Wait, I remember she did a vid of her attacking an artist who did a Sinner X TADC art piece, so it's interesting. Lol. Maybe she just really hated the fan art, bro. I don't fuck. Fuck me, bro.
He's saying was hacked. It also says Enigma's name here.
Yeah, if this is real, we might have to blow the whole scene up. I don't even
You're
know.
not going to look at the.
You gotta
Bro.
check the art chat. You gotta check the art chat right now.
Dude.
You gotta see this.
You gotta check this out. What's
Scroll down to the bottom. To the bottom.
Hey, look, guys, it's Rosales Star. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna skull emoji that one. That's evil. That's fucked up. That's actually that's morally egregious and ontologically evil. But yeah.
Dude, I was looking over at the stream. And I saw the fucking Alistair Rel pop up again. It's killing me.
Dude, it's like, dude, you crashed out, bro. You're like, to the bottom.
No.
Dude, fuck. Anyways, fuck. No, I'm not even addressing that.
From Michael, then, are we? We're not going to tell us what you think of Michael's response or the situation. The fact that Digi doesn't even bother to include the response is f***ing crazy. Digi's coverage over the situation is just so poor. The Digi is so bad at making content and covering situations, and they didn't bother to do any proper research, that they just completely missed this and therefore didn't include it in their video, you know, and then accidentally obfuscating a piece of the story, or they maliciously didn't include it. I mean, it's up to you what you believe. I'm sorry, but Digi's video is just not good enough. Nowhere do they mention any of the stuff to do with Enigma, never do they mention the Michael Kovach response. It's just bad content. A lot of this, of course, has started to get a lot of attention.
I mean, sure. I think that we could wrap it up there for this video. Because now, right, two people make a video. She acknowledges the other person.
I was gonna
Yeah, so the other person she just acknowledges, but doesn't respond to it. So there was a person named, like, Danky Jabo, I think, made a video. But she doesn't really care. But she cares with Saammuel. Okay? Now, my speculation, my personal belief, my headcanon, is that it was a tactic of punching down. Someone that would engage. You know, maybe. Because her short, currently, as we speak, has over 100,000 views on TikTok. And it's pretty fucking malicious against Saammuel. But
okay, I'm looking at the SJW owned thing. I am cringing back to 2016.
Dude, it's over, bro.
Really? That is so disingenuous to say that like somebody made an SJW owned compilation on you, essentially.
Oh, it gets better. It gets better. It gets better. Hold on.
Fucking
I was gonna put clips of his video in this video, but God, he talks so much and I'm too lazy to do that, so I'll summarize.
So, amateur hour already.
Oh, so you're too lazy to make a proper response.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Why respond at all?
No, so you see, she claims that her appearance was attacked, but also conveniently said, I'm too lazy to show clips. So, now that we saw the context, All right, we're not gonna let her weasel out of this one. Okay, we're not gonna let her weasel. Okay, but yeah, no, that's just malicious.
Oh, you slimy little fuck.
Yeah, she lied about him and doesn't want to show clips because she's lazy. Oh, I'm too lazy. Oh. So yeah, Eddie. So we'll see.
His points here. Firstly, he talks about how I was wrong for including the screenshot of the Michael Kovach video that said 5 years ago instead of instantly clarifying that it was 16 years ago. And like, this is obviously meant to be a shot at my credibility, and that'd make more sense if I, one, didn't go out of my way to clarify the full context in as much depth as I could.
No, don't you fucking stop that shit right there. You got called out because you did that originally, and you fucking knew most people wouldn't check that, because why would they think they need to check the date of a video when you show already a video screenshot? Why would they think there's a video that's older than that because you never explained it was older than that?
Actually, I would go a step further.
Don't take your little pot shots and act like he was trying to maliciously represent you when you did the exact fucking same thing. Don't you even try that shit.
Well, yeah, he talks about her response too, but I'm gonna go a step further. So, he talks about a mistake that you've owned up to, and all of a sudden, that's supposed to not be on the table to criticize anymore. Tell me, what was your content on Michael Kovach again?
It's no. You see, Ace Kovach is actually a Klansman, so it's not a mistake; it's a behavior.
Yeah. Well, this short's beautiful, so it gets awesome. Hold on.
And two, I don't know, was going out of my way to delete videos correcting the fact that it was actually this many years ago. Because conveniently, whilst this guy's posting screenshots of people thinking that it was 5 years ago, he's leaving out the amount of people correcting them saying that it wasn't. For someone who's...
Because who cares? He goes over you correcting it and like looking like a fucking idiot.
Let's also point this out. Where is your example of this?
Yeah.
You clearly could put stuff on the screen. Why can't you show some examples? Just saying. It really isn't that hard.
Fucking dumbass.
He's accusing me of swaying the tides one side. You're not doing a great job of being objective yourself. This person then tries to...
You fucked up.
Last person to speak about objectivity. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, Digi, I'm gonna do you a little solid. There's this thing called scripting. It helps you make out a pretty decent video normally. It helps you get your thoughts out there without making you seem like an utter fucking retard. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
You should probably try it.
It's over, bro.
Discredit my point about Michael Kovach's behavior clearly being a pattern, but he doesn't actually say why it can't be a pattern. The only point he really brings up...
Because he talks about the difference of scale of severity.
Is that there are different levels of severity, but...
Yes, which is important. Yes, I'm sorry. A kid saying the word and an adult saying the word is two different things.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to pretend like they're not. I'm sorry, Digi. I don't subscribe to your ideology that there's no maturity difference between a little fucking kid and an adult. I'm sorry.
Remember, we need to hang the baby on the cross because he mumbled the N-word when their mother said it or some shit.
Yeah, no. That is a horrible standard to have.
We need to crucify children.
But yeah. Yeah, no, let's keep going.
Are they? They're both blatantly instances of him saying the N-word. One is just cleverly covered up by a different spelling. Then his whole point is about how Michael has taken account of...
That's the nuance.
Even if it was covered up, it wasn't clever if it was. I'm just saying.
Brother. Bro waved goodbye to the shirt and you're saying that's the N-word. Okay.
Again, like I said, there was so much more clippable instances, and you chose the one where it is the dumbest instance. Hang on.
Uh-huh. But yeah, no. So, I'm actually curious. I'm curious, Digi, if you think a kid should have their whole future ruined based on things that they say as a kid. Very curious. Because that's kind of how you're acting right now. And that's kind of what you're saying. But, who knows? Could be wrong. But yeah. I thought she was going after Sam because he's white and critiqued them when I first saw the vid. It made her feel insecure and her credibility was shot. That's unironically why she's doing it the way she's doing it. And she's too lazy to show clips. Very convenient. That's a standard that we would never uphold in this space. That's insane. But yeah. Sorry, Nabi. These chips are just so good.
Accountability, and these are just 2 points we fundamentally disagree on, although I find it to be funny. As he's reading out how Michael describes his own actions of racism, I'm looking at the video and I'm like, dude, even you describe his actions more appropriately than Michael does. Michael writes up what he does as goofy or dubious or not so great. You yourself, as weird as I think you are, emphasize just how horrid it is what he did, and yet you don't see the
I don't think Sam ever sat there and was like, this was just morally egregious that they said, you know, negative. See, let's see the clips. Let's see the clips. Dude, this is so annoying. So annoying.
the disparity in your two attitudes toward it and why people would see that as invalid.
What's up?
Does she in any way link back to the original material so they at least can check it out?
I don't think so, no.
So, I want to point this out. You're ghost responding to somebody on a different platform and you don't even provide an actual way for people to even check it out.
Just a thumbnail.
You had an excuse with the whole Michael rap thing where you actually at least showed a video where people could at least search it back up. Did she even show the video of Saammuel or no?
Like I said, I did not see any links there in the descriptions
or even like show a screenshot.
She only showed like a screenshot of the thumbnail, if I remember correctly.
Just the thumbnail, no title or anything?
Yeah, well, she does address them as Saammuel, obviously, but
But who's gonna know how to spell Samuel's name because his name is spelled weird?
Well, this was also on his Slopmmuel channel too, so it's like
yeah, too.
Yeah, but anyways, I digress.
Valid for Michael.
She clearly didn't make it easy to even what's it called research back on it like she thinks that people will do. I'm just saying, if you're gonna have people research shit after you like present your claims, the best way you can do it is make the things that you derived your points from at least the most accessible as possible. Because here's a funny thing about human psychology. The more steps there are to something, the less likely we are to follow through it. So make it easy next time if you're going to be like this.
That's also why I just feel like it's malicious, but yeah.
Oh, it's 100% malicious.
Yeah.
It's not even a question. I just want to point that out.
Gulps.
Clearly such a discrepancy between how Michael Kovach likes to describe his instances of racism, take the stream for example, and how they actually went down. Like for some reason in his apology, he didn't feel it appropriate to mention that he was actually saying the N-word in the stream. And
so because he didn't. He said nega, dude. That you're just lying. You're just lying here. But whatever.
When people notice those discrepancies, they're obviously not going to take the apology to be genuine. It's like you guys have
no, yeah, I guess you're just too retarded to hear like a basic word. I don't know what to say, man. Like that's It's very clear within the context and what was being said. What, do you think bro just popped it out randomly? Like, do you think he rubbed his hands together and was like, dude, I can get a free N-word right now, dude? Like,
it's just silly. This is fucking silly, buddy. Like, really?
Dude, like,
also, I want to just say, the fucking character yawning and cry laughing is the most obnoxious way you could respond to a video about you in the most malicious way. I'm just saying that as is.
It's like Princess
you have
Peach
to make
from
yourself
Smash Bros.
As unlikable as possible.
Yeah, it's like Princess Peach from Smash Bros. When she hits you with the, oh, did I win? Dude, I just want...
Did I win? Hacha! Hacha! Fucking asshole.
I was a huge Peach simp back in the day, but like that still pissed me off and rage baited me.
I'd let Peach crack me.
Yeah, dude, shit. Anyways, moves on. Wait, hold on. I would also add that even lying about it makes it harder to make a point because let's not forget, this is probably why people call it Nothing Burger. They probably expect so much. Yeah, because, okay, when people lie about things, it puts the other people in defense mode. So what you could have had for a criticizable action now gets turned into, well, now you're jumping the gun and I have to correct the record. It's people... Exactly. Yeah, it's people like Digi that want to muddy the waters, and it's unironically, you're protecting the guy by muddying the waters. That's maybe this is like maybe this is like a very strategical psyop to protect the voice actors by like jumping the gun and being malicious as possible and criticizing them.
Because when like somebody unreasonable calls out somebody and does it in a dishonest way, it makes the people that are observing it not like the person calling them out.
Yeah.
Just saying. I hate to tell you this. People have to like you to listen to you very well.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But I digress.
never been apologized to or apologized to anyone in your life. This is basic knowledge. You don't downplay and lie about what you did when you're apologizing. Another baffling take this man has is that apparently it's not Michael's responsibility to call out the racism of his fans that has been stirred on by Michael's own racism himself.
He didn't make an apology talking about how he was a Klansman and he was actually hanging black people up in the forest and whipping them in the cotton fields and selling them off and having them raped by slave masters. No. He didn't make that apology, so he was lying.
Dude, wait.
He at 14 was holding a whole plantation.
Brother, like, what is this point, though? It's like, again,
exactly.
It's an unrealistic expectation to expect a creator, a VA, to constantly police just the general community or audience of, dude, I'm like Batman looking for racism, okay? Whenever I see it, I fight it. It's like...
And even then, okay, fine, you can try to make that argument for a creator that's smaller. We're talking about somebody like Michael Kovach, where how much followers does he have on Twitter again? It's like gotta be hundreds of thousands, right?
Something like that.
How the fuck is he gonna keep track of an entire community like that? Genuinely.
Dude, I'm being told to reel you in, bro. You gotta relax a little, bro. You gotta relax.
No.
Okay, Fluttershy and Discord, mashup, dude. You gotta, like, relax a little, bro, okay?
Stop tightening the fucking noose around my neck, Ace. This is 1984 all over again.
Yeah, buddy. Anyways, I digress. Jingles keys.
That's a crazy take. Hey, if you are racist and that resurfaces and it enables your fans to be racist, you are absolutely responsible for that. What kind of logic is this?
What kind of logic was that? Do you think that they just see this clip and it's like, I've never been racist in my life before, but now that I see Michael Kovach, do it 7 years ago, I'm gonna fucking do it. Like, what the fuck? Like, what kind of...
Little known fact, I started hating minorities the second I saw the clip of Michael Kovach saying nega on a live stream.
Yeah, like,
with that,
I
started journeying out into the West.
Yeah.
I went down to the Bronx. I saw the black people.
Dude, if anyone did that, they would just get laughed at.
I grabbed my white robe. I grabbed my nooses. I grabbed my pitchforks and torches, and I burned it down.
Yeah, fish reel. Fish reel.
Okay. You're my handler. You got the sped leash. You got me. You got me.
I got you.
It's just so hard to take these people seriously because if it were any other situation, they wouldn't be spouting this bullshit. But because it's racism, everyone has to become a dumbass all of a sudden. Last but not least, he brings up the DeviantArt page and is like, Digi.
That's just unexpected. What is it? Unrealistic expectations. There we go. I fucked it. But yeah.
They do her research because Michael says he was hacked. Hey, yeah, I don't believe that to save my fucking life. I don't.
Okay, so you disputed a response because you personally didn't believe it. And it's actually crazy because there was an account that actually had that name and there was a lot of evidence actually supporting that it was hacked. But because you don't know how to do basic fucking research, you're going to stick with this cope of, well, I just maliciously left it out because I didn't believe it. Okay, dude. Okay. Good one. Good one, bro.
I don't give a shit what you say. Because guess what? When someone has a pattern of racism, shocking news,
which you still have not proven, but okay,
it makes them less credible. No way, right? He says he was hacked, but that's also like every middle schooler's excuse ever when they get caught doing something stupid online, so shrug, sorry. Anyways, that's my review, and the only two things is...
Also, most middle schoolers very shittily defend it by, not lying very well. Just saying, it's pretty obvious.
It's crazy because there was an actual account that actually proves that. Like, dude... But whatever.
Person gets right that I can say with certainty is their username and bio, because this is most definitely Slop.
Oh, you got him. Person who calls himself Slopmmuel. Dude, he makes slop, by the way. Dude.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, the guy who at least can add in screenshots about what he's talking about and actually directly respond is complete slop. And you are the epitome of content premium. Your content where you just take random fucking baking videos off the internet and put like 2 PNGs over it and just don't even fucking provide anything besides your just testimony. Yeah, that is that is prime content. Thank you. I'm so happy.
Dude. Fucking hell. Dude. Okay. Well, so nearly 60 of you here. Let's get those likes up to 50. I can believe in you.
Go.
Yeah, I believe in you, alright? Let's get those subs up. Let's get those likes up. All right, we're here all night, but not really. But you know what I mean. But yeah, now
we're here until it's.
Now we're gonna see Sam's epic cope to the. I'm kidding. We're gonna see his response. Woo! Yeah, guys. Friend of the channel, Saammuel. Oh my god, it's him. It's literally fucking him.
It's like Digi didn't do her research because Michael says he was hacked.
Damn,
I
I need
don't
your
believe
funny
her.
I mean, if you don't believe his
Oh fuck, the volume's a little low. Anyways.
response to a situation that you're covering, then you don't need to include it. Recently, ladies and gentlemen, Slopmmuel viewers, we made a video covering the most recent Michael Kovach situation, and this is where a clip from 16 years ago got resurfaced where Michael Kovach, doing a quote-unquote rap song, said the N-word several times. My perspective on the situation is it was 16 years ago, he was a teenager, and while it doesn't justify that behaviour and it's still criticisable, I'm not going to use what a teenager Michael Kovach said to try and say that Michael Kovach is a racist. Now, another aspect of the situation was that Michael Kovach's old DeviantArt also resurfaced. Years ago, these two situations were both discussed together and were then put in the description of a re-upload clip of Michael Kovach saying the N-word. The claim against Michael Kovach here is old DeviantArt is incredibly racist. Michael Kovach at the time did respond both to the rap and the DeviantArt. For one, he said the DeviantArt was hacked and that this wasn't him and he condemns that behaviour, and he also apologised for the rap and condemned both things. But this situation started to pick up more traction because user ItsDigi ended up covering it. I had a lot of criticisms of her coverage, and you can go and check out all of them in my last video on the matter. But since then, Digi has actually responded, and in today's video, we're going to be responding to her response. You know, responseception. When her points come up against my arguments, I will further explain my argumentation as well, so if you haven't seen my previous video, don't worry, but it does help to add extra context. But without further ado, let's dive into Digi's response.
As of recent, my videos seem to have been reaching across the aisle a little bit, mostly onto Twitter, but I have been mentioned on YouTube quite a bit as well. Like, for example, I was in a guy called Danky Jabbo's video about Funky Frog Bait, and whilst he ultimately disagreed with me, I didn't take much offense to it because it was respectful, he didn't belittle or demean me, and it was just a disagreement. I unfortunately can't say the same for this next creator I'm going to talk about. So you guys informed me that this person called Slopmmuel, who I'm going to call Slop for short because in his own words his content is slop, made a video about me. And again, that's not an instant red flag. I really don't care if people disagree with me. I don't have the time or energy to want to debate, especially because I know I'm not going to change people's minds. So if it was just
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, to be fair, she does show the channel. She does show the channel.
Okay.
close the book there and move on. But I checked out the video, and yeah, the whole thing's very evidently just a thinly veiled attempt to try and insult me personally.
Clip us now and act like I never said anything and apologize about it, by the way. Just gotta say it.
But here, right here, just a thinly veiled attempt to try and insult me personally. He did not do that in the video. This is just a lie. Objective lie. Oh, hold on. I will be making a LARP space PFP, by the way. Thank you for the 2 LARP space. Fuck.
Ooh, LARPing.
Dude, people are LARPing. Dude, it's over. But yeah, no, anyways. We carry on.
You need to get a LARPle in to stream with.
Yeah. I was like, dude, we got our first lie right here. This is fucked.
Actually making commentary about what I talked
I mean,
about.
like, hey, I think Digi might have got me there, right? Because I guess all my points about the state of her coverage, including the fact that she left out Michael Kovach's response to not only the rap, but also the DeviantArt and his side of the story, was just a thinly veiled attempt to attack her personally. Hey, look, I'm not going to dismiss this point. She might have quite a bit of evidence to bring to the table to suggest that I was actually doing that.
I mean, he even does the whole 2014 SJW own thing where you take a clip of your opponent talking mid-sentence and spam it in the video to convey this whole, haha guys, look, the woman's ugly, don't listen to her point.
Was she even talking mid-sentence?
Yeah, wait, yeah,
She wasn't.
No, but look at this, look at this.
Your opponent talking mid-sentence and spam it in the video to convey this whole, haha
Pick of me he chose. I look cute AF, not gonna lie.
guys, look, the woman's ugly, don't...
Okay, hang on.
No one
she is so self-conscious if she has to then reaffirm that she thinks she looks cute as fuck.
Yeah.
Because you would only feel like you're being made fun of by somebody showing a picture of your face if you didn't think that you looked cute.
Dude.
I know that.
But, like, look at this whole, haha, guys, look, the woman's ugly. Alright? That just was never said. Like, that was just...
Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. You don't look bad. You look like a normal fucking person. There's nothing about your face that looks ridiculous. So, like...
Yeah, you're the one that made this about looks.
Yeah. Showing this picture of your face doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Honestly, if he's gonna do something to make fun of you or make your face look as bad as possible, he needs to take a picture of when you're talking, not just a random picture of your face. Because people's faces morph and stretch in weird ways when you're talking, and it can make somebody look stupid. But you're just sitting there, like, smirking. That's all you're doing. This is like, if Saammuel was trying to make fun of you, this would be the worst way to do it because he'd look like a fucking idiot trying. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, which is why he didn't, and she has to lie about it to victimize herself and conveniently not show clips because she's quote-unquote lazy. Dude, this...
Also, I want to say this. Everybody who watches this video knows that you're insecure about your face now. So you're probably now going to have to deal with people posting your face like that to fuck with you. Yeah. Nice one.
Yeah.
I want to point that out.
Yeah, I'm fighting my demons. No, I'm kidding. But
to her point.
Oh, or I mean, or not, right? That's fine. Zooming in on a picture of her face has absolutely nothing to do with how attractive she is or not. Digi will want you to believe that I have zoomed in on a picture of her face to make the point that, look, she's ugly, don't listen to her. It's not the intention or the reason that I do that. In all of my coverage, I will either pause the video that I'm reacting to and zoom in on the video, or I will get a picture of the person I'm talking to and zoom in on their face, because I'm talking about that person.
Dude by Ethan Klein.
We seriously need to have a conversation about the false lawsuit heading towards iDubbbz by Ethan Klein.
And who was served about 2 days ago has been pretty
Making fun of Ethan. He's making fun of Ethan. He's making fun of Ethan.
surprisingly.
Balls on this guy to go after people that are pretty disliked, have a small amount of money, and a small...
have a phone call, but it just never happened, so...
I forgot how much a train wreck Craig 3 was. Nowhere there was I trying to go how these people are ugly, don't listen to them or anything they've got to say. It's just something that I do in my coverage. If they're making a point, if they're not making a point, it's just if I want to respond to them. In my video where I speak about Digi, I not only zoom in on her video, which doesn't feature her face, right, it has absolutely nothing to do with her face, but I also put a picture of her face when I'm directly talking about her. I actively engage with her points that she is making about the situation in my coverage. The only reason that she's trying to make this point and push this narrative is to make it seem like I'm just simply trying to attack her. Personally, that is, right, because I definitely do attack her points and the level of her coverage.
Grow up, you incel. But you know what? Maybe there's something.
Level up, you
Oh,
incel.
there's the classic term. There's it. There we go. I thought you would never use it. Oh, you use the who's a good girl? Who's a good girl?
Whoa, chill, Verlolan, chill.
Fuck off.
She's a lesbian, okay? Let's
sorry.
respect that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, bronies always trying to go after what they can't acquire. But anyways.
It's called club.
Dude. Fucking hell. Dude.
Oh my lord.
It is kind of funny because
No, sorry, I'm not into nose rings. I wouldn't take that.
No, it is kind of really funny because like this beef is just like, you know, reinforcing the age-old stereotype that gays and lesbians don't get along.
No, that's Samuel, you fucking fruit ball.
Dude, I love my boy Sam. Okay. But
you might want to specify what you mean by love there, man.
I say love very loosely, but very passionately.
Sam, your man's cheating on you with me.
Yikes. Anyways.
Substance in Slop's video, so let's give it a try. I was gonna put clips of his video in this video, but god, he talks so much and I'm too lazy to do that, so I'll summarize his points here. First,
you talk so much. You fluff. Like I said, if you would just fucking script, your videos wouldn't be so fluffed out, even for TikTok standards.
Yeah.
was wrong for including the screenshot of the Michael Kovach video that said 5 years ago instead of instantly clarifying that it was 16 years ago. And like, this is obviously meant to be a shot at my credibility, and that'd make more sense if I, one, didn't go out of my way to clarify the full context in as much
not playing clips because you can then just, you know, misconstrue my point. But in my video, I directly respond to Digi trying to clarify the narrative, and this is what I had to say. In Digi's follow-up video, this is what I had to say to this piece of criticism.
Things. The original clip is indeed about a decade or so old. The screenshot I posted was of a re-upload. I take full responsibility for that. I assume people are going to look up the clip and see the original in the description.
That's such a reckless thing to assume. I don't know why you simply just wouldn't mention that this was 16 years ago anywhere on your part. It would be incredible if people, when watching pieces of content, then further looked into the situation. But we know that that isn't always going to happen. People aren't always going to do that. So it's important when you are covering a situation to include all the proper facts. Otherwise, you end up misleading the people watching your video. It was 5 years ago. It was in the big 2020. 7,000 likes. 16 years ago. Responsibility for the also explains the reason behind her decision before taking accountability. Just because she's taken accountability and decided to rectify the decision doesn't mean that it is not still valid criticism, and especially her reasoning shows that her coverage is reckless at best. Before she makes the following point about this as well.
And two, I don't know, was going out of my way to delete videos correcting the fact that it was actually this many years
I mean,
ago.
there are still plenty of comments pushing that narrative with tens of likes to thousands of likes. But I'm not gonna make
That's cooked.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's Digi.
Now I see why she wasn't interested in putting little proof comments showing that other people were correcting them when the main comments that people were looking at had thousands of likes thinking it was in 2020.
Wait, also, you expect Michael Kovach to be able to police their entire community and people that extend, like, you know, leave it, but you can't even, like, moderate your own fucking comment section?
That's funny.
Dude, like, this is so stupid, bro. So fucking stupid. Dude. Yeah.
Make the point that she hasn't been deleting comments, right? There is absolutely no way for me to prove that she has or hasn't been doing that. But there are still lots of comments talking about how this was only 5 years ago. She has attempted to correct the record in a follow-up video. She still has the video up that is leading people to believe this situation was way more recent than it actually was. People are scrolling and see the first video, people might not then see the second follow-up video, unfortunately, right? That is just the case when you
Another thing. Can you pin your own comments on TikTok?
Yeah.
Does she have a pinned comment under that video?
I'm not sure. But I'll see if it's mentioned, but probably not.
I'm gonna take a quick look.
Last I checked, there was not a pinned comment. She just did it with a response TikTok.
That's another thing you can really easily do, at least in a short term, to correct the narrative on one video. Because at least the idiots going into the comment section to believe a narrative that you kind of pushed would at least see something contradictory that would make them believe otherwise.
What is this?
Oh, it's probably the... You gotta check the art chat right now.
Why is it so quiet, Lou?
You gotta see that. I have no idea.
You gotta check this out. What's
scroll down? Oh my god! It's the clip with the fucking... Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Not being 13 said that, was it called, you can't pin the comments on TikTok. Okay. Thank you all. I was curious.
Hey, look, we got Relolan as a bee now. He joined the hive. Okay. This is good news. We can be bees. We will live for 30 years.
We can be bees. We can live for 5 minutes.
Look, okay. Poor Blackish, man. Why'd you have to make her the Jesus, nope.
What the fuck?
No, we're leaving
what the fuck, dude?
We are leaving that right now. Holy fuck.
No, that's amazing. Hang on, I need to save that right now. That's fucking amazing.
That's
on a platform like TikTok or any platform. It's very clear that people have been walking away from this video, regardless if it was intentional or unintentional, believing a false narrative. But ultimately,
yeah, I feel like, okay, we get the point. I kind of made all the points.
Yeah.
All right. Decent video from Sam. Okay. If you want to see like the full coverage yourself, check out Slopmmuel. Okay, pretty good stuff. But yeah, no. So
and again, I'm going to clarify. I know now you cannot pin comments on TikTok. So just if she's listening, hey, I know now. So I don't blame you for not pinning a comment on TikTok.
Yeah.
Don't forget to leave this out of your video if you respond.
No, she will. But no, so here we go. We're going to look at these two shorts. This is an example of Digi crashing out to a chatter. Is there a way I could turn this down? Because this is like comically... Yeah, I can. Right here. We don't even really need the music.
I love it. It's funny.
So, we got this. I'm also a high schooler, my man. Besides, she's 18, 19, and Danganronpa as sit down. But yeah, here's the video where I commented on. Notice how I literally say I'm a high schooler in this comment, and how that information is visible to everyone. Great. Imagine saying you want to diddle a high schooler. Wait until you find out I have diddled a high schooler. Here's the comment.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, well, the next part's not so funny. Here's the comment I made, a dumb joke about how I've had, sex before with someone my age. And then enter in Digi. Yeah, please calm down, we were the same age. And then Digi says, you're an absolute freak in the head for framing it like that, and I hope you get thrown in a shipping crate and drowned, to be honest. So, this type of behavior...
That's not very casual of you.
Yeah, this type of behavior is not really, unexpected from Digi.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, this person's even like, pleading, I'm literally also the same age. Right? And she kind of just, like, let's see. MIU fans calling a slur. Okay, yeah, and then we... I'm a star girl. Oh, fuck. Well, these are so loud. But yeah, let me... She does another one of these. Very brave of you to post shit about me knowing. But we saw this. We saw this already. Did they just show the same screenshots? Yeah, it's just the same one. So she kind of like gets on them and essentially calls them a degenerate freak for saying that they had sex with someone the same age that they did. Which, this is the thing that people were talking about where she like, yeah, here it is. Doesn't matter how old you are, you're agreeing with someone accusing you of being a kitty diddler. I don't care if you think it's edgy or whatever. I never fucking agreed that I was a pedo, ? So she kind of just pedo jackets out of rage.
Yeah, I was about to say, they were fucking with somebody because they said something so goddamn stupid, and they made it pretty clear that they were being an idiot by laughing at them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. When I was a high schooler, that would be a joke I would make, where someone would be like, "You like kids," and like if I was a kid too, I'd be like, "Yeah."
A joke you could still make to a degree. Like, yeah, I fucked a high schooler when I was a high schooler.
Yeah, but it's like it's a whatever joke. To get this upset about it is insane to the point where you're just fucking doing this. But yeah,
Look, what's what is the difficulty in saying, "Oh fuck, I am so sorry. I did not realize that. I am an idiot. I probably should take that comment down."
So there's not.
How hard is it to say that?
This is just a pattern of behavior with her. So yeah.
Oh.
Also, I want to just include this. This guy is like just glazing her, by the way. But you can't boycott everything. What's her take?
I think another content creator that I want to share here who brings a good perspective is ItsDigiChiaki. Why people don't boycott, in parentheses, boycotting is a privilege.
Let me tell you guys a little story. When I was diagnosed as a type 1 diabetic, I was told that I was no longer going to be able to have sugary drinks because sugary drinks raise your blood sugar way faster than anything else. And so as a result, I got kind of hooked on Pepsi Max. Like, I would have Pepsi Max all the time, even 2 times a day. It was not good. And then I found out about the BDS boycott for Palestine, and I found out that Pepsi Max was on the boycott list. Oh wait, little correction. I don't think it was on the BDS list, but I think both PepsiCo and Cola were sending donations to Israel quite frequently. And I would love to tell y'all that I stopped right there and then and never had Pepsi Max another day in my life after that. But I didn't. It took me quite a while to kind of wean myself off, and even then there was still be days where I'm like, oh, I'm tired. 1 drink isn't going to hurt anyone. But I did.
Okay, but like, so this is the thing, like for Israel versus Palestine, this was the thing that I found really annoying, where it's like, oh, you can't go to McDonald's because it supports someone in the war. What the fuck? How does that like pick? How are we getting so insanely sides cut that we apply to ourselves that if you go to a store or eat at a fast food restaurant, that is you aligning politically with what this what is being donated to? Like,
because you're monetarily, what's it called, supporting them, but like, I'm gonna be honest, you really can't do anything about that because I hate to say it. You, by that logic, you shouldn't work or pay taxes to the government because we send billions and just fucking ridiculous amounts to Israel as aid money. So us working alone would financially support Israel, which I know you're probably paying some sort of taxes.
Yeah.
So hey, guess what? You're still not boycotting, are you? See how stupid that sounds?
Weaning myself off Coca-Cola for Palestine. Yes, Fishy, that is what was said.
Weaning myself off the IRS so I don't support Israel.
Thank God. Whew. Dude, it's so stupid.
Did eventually reach a point where I stopped. And now I can't even remember the last.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, so you stop drinking a beverage because the company happened to support a war that you have nothing to fucking do with. You know how stupid that sounds? Like, even if, right? Whether you purchase it or not, there's nothing you could do about it. There's nothing you could do about it. Like, what the government does with the money is, it's not like, yeah, good luck funding that now, since I didn't get a Big Mac today. It's like, well, yeah, that's not gonna... like... It just doesn't work. It just doesn't fucking work. But yeah, no, hold on. Boycotts are things that need to be really organized, and the stuff in the civil rights movement. Yeah, no, I don't disagree that there was like a point of them at one point, but like to go to the point of like saying we need to like wean ourselves off of like fucking soda brands in order to not support a war is just kind of fucking insane standard again. Like this, the ideologies that Digi subscribes to always amazes me. I'm not even gonna lie. It's very mind-blowing to me. But I digress. Let's keep going, champ.
Last time I had a bottle of the stuff. And I tell you guys this story because I understand more than any of these hyper-individualistic whataboutism scenarios, the biggest reason people don't tend to boycott is simply because they don't want to. And I think a lot of people are ashamed to admit that, but I'm here to tell you that's human. It's human to struggle with dropping something at a moment's convenience in a world where everything is at your fingertips. I don't think that makes someone evil. I don't think that makes them the scum of the earth. Where you guys start to lose me is that in being so insecure about the fact that you're not boycotting, you will come online unprompted and make videos that ultimately serve as a way to discredit boycotts as a whole. All because you want to feel better about something that you're choosing not to do. As much as she'll try to convince herself otherwise, Baby Bags' video was not an open, nuanced discussion about accessibility in activism, but rather it was her conjuring up a fake woke mob in order to validate her persecution complex, and to cultivate an audience that will reassure her that not only is boycotting a privilege, it is performative, and ultimately it is useless, because that is always where these conversations go. And I'm saying this
well because it does look fucking performative. I stopped drinking Coca-Cola to show my support for Palestine. Like, you cannot convince me that doesn't... Bro! It looks performative as fuck when you make arguments like that. Yeah, it does. Like, first off, I mean, you could just be lying to me. What if you're drinking a Pepsi Cola right now or whatever? Like, while you're like recording, we just don't know. But no, it's like, I stopped doing this. I stopped doing this. I mean, if you really, like, I guess, you know, don't agree with it, I mean, I don't know, the public announcement to be like, hey, I'm a good person. I took myself off of Pepsi, okay? I'm no longer support. It's just really weird to me. The mentality is just really fucking weird. But yeah. Yeah. Fuck me.
With such a strong certainty because I've seen it happen before. She is not the first, she will not be the last. In fact, I vividly remember the same outrage happening over people asking to literally have their videos reposted and copy link. Y'all couldn't even do that. You guys expect me to believe you can boycott? I can't describe the amount of rage I feel when somebody makes a video trying to incite some type of activism and the first comment is, oh, well, I can't do this. Who cares? Genuinely, so serious, who cares? Find something else to do. Why does your inability to participate always have to be at the forefront? You don't have beans to make bean soup? Make tomato soup. Stop complaining about it in my comments. Because the only thing you achieve in doing that is discouraging other people. I saw someone in the comments of one of these boycotting is a privilege videos saying, well, in the past they were able to boycott because they weren't divided, but we're so divided nowadays. Why do you think? Because no one tries. The second y'all can't do anything, the second y'all get a little bit of resistance, y'all give up. And not only do you do that, you air it all over social media so others are encouraged to give up as well. In the truest sense of the word, you people really can't do anything. Also, another reason that I'm sure this conversation isn't good bait is that the way that it's labeled is such engagement bait. Attributing something that is a response to oppression as a privilege is in and of itself insanely privileged, because that means you are not in immediate danger enough to be taking these measures. No tea, no shade. Sometimes y'all's audacity really stuns me because I can truly imagine one of these white people going in a time machine
and you're helping the people who are oppressed by weaning yourself off of fucking Coca-Cola? Like, I don't know, man. I'm not denying that there are things to do that you could do that could be productive and help certain parts of society. I'm not. I still can't get over the fact that you cut yourself off of a soda drink because you think you're actually doing something or making a difference with Palestine versus Israel. Like, that's just so delusional. Genuinely. That is so delusional. But whatever.
To 1950s and telling the black people that they're privileged for being able to boycott the bus.
This is a great video.
This is a great video.
Agree with almost everything.
Yeah, I've literally cut off every soda brand that's ever existed, man. Like, honestly, as soon as Digi cut off one, oh, dude, you know I had to cut off every single. Oh, go! Oh my god, yeah, no more soda for me. Yeah, dude, honestly, I just kind of realized that everything I pay for pays taxes to go to the government. So, low key. Since our government's doing it and I have no right in it, I just kind of don't even pay for anything anymore, to be honest. I kind of just hunt in the wild. Like, yeah, I'm a true boycotter over here. Yeah, no, it's dumb. This is so stupid. I fucking hate, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. This, fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck me. Yeah, we continue. Actually, we move on to a different topic. Okay. See, we just talked about Digi, right? We talked about her objectively getting details of Michael Kovach wrong, revisited her fucking up things with Gooseworks, her being malicious with Sam, talking about her crashing out and pedo jacketing a comment, and, you know, her, you know, taking the morally righteous route and stopping drinking Coca-Cola to save Palestine. Okay, but you know what? That's enough of Digi. Okay? That's enough of Digi. Okay, so what we do is now go into internet adjacent. Why am I going in? Oh, actually, hold on. One pause. Sorry. I'm so sorry. There's one more thing to do with Digi. And I have
this
to show
video where
it.
she sarcastically calls herself racist when asked why she's not playing these black characters in a game.
Black characters. Genji and Hanzo.
Which, being low-hanging level snowflake humor aside, is that not weird? No, it is weird.
So, Genji and Hanzo are like black characters? Okay. Dude, what the fuck is this video? Fuck.
It is weird and it is racist.
Stand up now and face
How Digi feels calling Gooseworks racist while participating in Asian erasure?
the sun.
Oh shit. Let's go! Let's go! She's racist! Woo! Digi, I expect a response to this disgusting Asian erasure I just saw. I discussed a response to this disgusting. Yeah, I expected a response to this disgusting Asian erasure I just witnessed. But anyways. Hope you guys like that. Hope you guys like that. Dude, Okay, now let's get into this. Oh damn, another Kovach drama. I hope this went sailing real good. Oh, you'll never guess what he does in this video. You're not even ready. Now this tweet blew up and even got like a community post. Yeah, so it's Michael Kovach. It's gonna be more Newgrounds edgy humor, the stuff that was talked about earlier. And that's why it got community noted, right? In this video, it's literally called an actual criticism of Michael Kovach, made by, yours truly, internet adjacent. Okay? It's got like, decent amount of views so far. He does have a pinned comment. All right, we'll get into that in a second. Let's speed this up. It's pretty fucking bad, guys. Let's get this up.
I literally just made a video in defense of Michael Kovach, defending him from crazy and insane false allegations that he was a cheater, a racist, all types of things. And while what I said should stand true, I still believe everything in that video. It didn't take too long after that video came out for me to get sent something that you can actually criticize Michael Kovach for. After my video was sent up, Dredd sent me one of Michael's early voice acting gigs. Some of you may already be aware of what this is, but it's a little Newgrounds cartoon called Robotnik Claus. Now, I need to be totally fair with this. I don't know the exact date that this whole series was uploaded, as when searching on Newgrounds for it, I found nothing. But to say that this series is controversial would be an understatement. So I'm gonna go through the whole series from start to finish and just talk about everything that's a red flag. And hey, if you like this video, why not try subscribing? The channel is currently going through a change, and we're gonna try to an hour long. I'm unsure when the series was released, but I've been told it was in the 2010s, which is another factor I have to heavily consider. Before I even start, I want to preface this crystal clearly. I will not attach any hardcore labels to Michael as a result of him voice acting a character in a series from over 10 years ago. That's insane. But I do think him voicing in a series like this should at least warrant an acknowledgement, especially considering.
So notice how he said it should warrant an acknowledgement. Okay? That's going to be a repeated theme in this video. All right? All right. Let's get into it more.
Considering what we're going to talk about happens in this series. I'm going to skip a little bit forward to when Michael starts voicing the character. He voices the character Classic Eggman, so watch for his character. It doesn't actually show up until the second episode, so we'll just skip to that. And with that, let's start this.
Why am I doing this? Fine, you can be Santa again, but please, for the love of fucking Saint Nick, don't... Okay?
Yeah, we'll just molest them.
Yeah, so you should already be getting a general gist of what this whole series is by this one scene alone. And yes, this is the character Michael voices.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Get the fuck out of my lap.
Thank you, Robotnik Claus. You're the best.
Get bent! Wait, come here.
Huh?
Right there.
Okay.
Right there, yeah.
Hey, I didn't know women could get aroused too.
I just want you guys to know that if you think this is rough, just know I had to watch over an hour and a half of this content for this video, so
just for context sake, just because IA is not going to really explain it, in the classic Sonic stuff, right? The classic, that's classic Eggman that Michael voiced, right? So in this, okay, they're not just like, it's not just edgy, like, it is edgy humor, right? But like, to say what they played, they don't just make the jokes. The two Eggmans are unironically gay pedophiles. That's pretty much their whole character. Okay? That doesn't really get accurately like portrayed by internet adjacent, but as you're about to see in a moment that his research is really bleak. I think he did cut it out, but I'll show it despite that.
A subscribe would be very much appreciated. Also, there are so many clips I had to just cut out so that this video isn't 2 hours long. I mean, I finally got the warning removed from my channel that's been there since August of last year, and I'm really not aiming for another one.
100 kids in a single day. Great job. Hope you're proud of yourself.
Not really. You want to see me scarring all these little shits? Fine, I'll scar all these kids. Watch closely. Sorry, I burped. Watch closely.
No, wait, I say.
Hey, bitch. Okay, Papa Smurf.
Security! Where's the fucking
he's just
security?
looking
Hey, stop being so pissy. We're trying to celebrate Muhammad's birthday here. Look at my ass, bitch.
Like I said, I can't even show what some of this animation is. I feel like I gotta stress this. Like, I don't think anything weird of him, but I feel like, especially considering where Michael's at and the communities he's in, he should get ahead of this and say something.
Shit, we can still. Yeah, nice.
He should get ahead and say something. Very interesting. Another time he says that.
Where to, oh captain, my captain?
Florida Uptown. We're gonna the 1%. And then, after a few days, the corpse will blow, which is the perfect time to put your
Like, what do I really even say?
Yo, did he just say the N-word, bro? Hold on. Dude. Did you just hear that, guys? Listen very carefully. Dude, hold on.
After a few days, the corpse will blow, which is the perfect time to put your
Like,
whoa! IA! Dude, watch yourself. Naughty. Very bad.
what do I really even say about this stuff? I mean, what else can I just say other than like, what the fuck, man? Also, I can't play literally any of this next scene, but Michael's character, well, you can probably tell what happened based on that turkey baster alone. He really should say something about this. Also,
he really should say something about this. That's another counter. He said it again. This is 3 times so far.
While he doesn't say it, later on they do drop a hard R, so dopelet. So I feel like now's a good time to address this. Some of you may be asking how we know Michael was a part of this, and there's 2 big pieces of evidence for this. First of all, at the end of episode 3, someone sings a song, and they sound very familiar to Michael.
Hey, all you dumb shit bags, we're back and we are better than ever. You just got teabagged, so sit back. Are you coming on to me?
The second, much larger piece of evidence, he recorded a video doing the voice with his face.
Dr. Modern Robotnik, I just totally messed that up.
Yep, Michael Kovach.
Hey, I'm Classic Eggman. I fuck bitches for money.
So yeah, I feel like I need to keep stressing this. It was 10 years ago, but at the very least, I feel like he should say something about this.
No, I did like that Catholic Mass we went to last.
Yeah, to be very clear, these animations are from 2018, and they were on Newgrounds. Muji Mikey and Michael Kovach are 2 different people. The reason why I have to say that is because there's a reason part of this got taken out, is because he tried to make the argument, I mean, that Michael Kovach was Muji Mikey. They're not the same person. That was his fuck up. They were friends back in the day. I don't know really how much they hang out now. Definitely very close, near a decade ago, I would say. I doubt that they've like completely cut each other off. That'd be weird. I have no idea if there's anything interpersonal that happened between them 2. But yeah, they were definitely really close friends. 100%. Oh, what's up, Yun? But yeah.
Damn, I forgot about that. Yeah, I was so drugged up that I barely remember it. I think we each nailed an entire group of but you managed to blow a visiting cardinal, you motherfucker!
Okay, he really should say something about this. Alright, you know what? I'm done. I can't watch any more of this shit. This is like an hour and a half of rape and molesting people jokes.
Oh, thank you, Yun, for the raid. I didn't even realize. Well, thank you, dude. Thank you.
I cannot watch any more of this. If you want to brave through the rest of the series, find it on your own. I'm not linking to this fucking thing. So, yeah, that was Robotnik Claus. Probably one of the grossest things I've ever had to talk about on my channel, and I really do just want to be done with this and not think about this again.
Here's the thing, right? I don't like this line that he says here. He said, probably one of the grossest things I've had to talk about on my channel. Now, some of you guys may not know this, right? Some of you could be newcomers to Internet Adjacent. Internet Adjacent, just a little bit ago, literally had to fight against allegations of, well, him sexually assaulting Parlo, him having sexual conversations with Avalon, who was 17 when he was 21, him fighting off zoophilia allegations, and somehow, literally, right, IA having to talk about his own allegations would single-handedly be more disgusting than this by a long shot, but he puts that aside and tries to say that this is like one of the most, if not the most disgusting thing he's covered was 2 Eggmen in a very edgy cartoon. I think that's mind-blowing. It's actually really fucking mind-blowing. Oh, thank you, Himpleton, for the raid. But yeah, no. It fucking boggles my brain here. So, and if we even just use the IA excuse aside, because, I mean, this guy tries to always, sidestep away from, whatever, right? Whatever. This guy's covered pedophiles before. Are you really going to tell me that some Newgrounds animation beat actual pedophiles in severity of, how disgusting something is? Just really bizarre to me. Didn't Wolfgame have a threesome group chat with Avalon and Parlo as well? Yeah. He wanted to have a 3-way with them. So, yeah. Yeah. Dude. It's mind-blowing to me. It's mind-blowing to me that he would pull a card like this. But I digress. Let's keep going.
And for the rest of my life. I will say the only other thing I was informed about after my first Michael video is that he was a part of
IA covered Birdie, by the way. That is so true. That's true, Boulders. That's true. That's insane. Yeah, dude, fuck me, man. But yeah, let's keep going, bro. Fuck.
Project called Anne Frank versus Goku, which sounds really funny, and it sounds like it could be something that I would talk about, but I was also informed it really isn't anything worth talking about. So yeah, like I said, the purpose of this video isn't to try and say that this is an accurate picture of Michael nowadays, unlike other people. But I do think this is something he should at the very least talk about, especially in the spaces he's in where people are actively trying to cancel him for basically nothing. It's only a matter of time that these people get their grubby little hands on it and try to do basically the same thing they're already trying to do to him.
So this guy, unironically, is like, well, he should just respond to it. It's only a matter of time till people get their hands on it, while being that person who gets his hands on it. Now, granted, I'm not saying he's the first person that's ever brought this up to a point of contention, but as you saw that tweet, that's the only reason why it's a talking point. So, I mean, yeah, you just threw that at him. Dude, that's so insane to me. Yeah, just in case, I'm just concerned. It's like concern trolling. What the fuck is this, bro? Bro.
The thing I can say about this is that the previous stuff we talked about with Michael was so overblown that it actually made legitimate things that he should talk about, like this, fly under the radar. I'm not going to try and shit on some guy for voice acting in a fucking raunchy-ass series 10 years ago, but I do feel as though people are constantly trying to cancel Michael, and it's only a matter of time before they try to use this to cancel him and say he's like, well, like a rape apologist or like a pedophile. I genuinely think, just for a smart move, why not address it before it blows up and he can just get ahead of the curve?
You're the reason why it blew up, you dumbass.
He's very obviously a much different person, so I think giving him any type of label or any fucking hatred over this shit is just benign. Anyway, I think that's everything. As I've said repeatedly, the channel's going through some changes, and I'm actually working on long form.
So yeah, last night, because this video has only been out for like maybe a day, this was a community post that he's since taken down. Hey guys, in my new video, I mistakenly said that Muji Mikey was an account handle of, if Michael Kovach. Dude, he's so fucking bad at his spelling. This is wrong. I have no idea how I made this error, but yeah, it's not correct. My bad. This guy sucks. This guy sucks at making videos. Like, unironically. This guy sucks. Yeah, this guy, yeah. Hold on, let me just check, because I know he did remove it from his community post, just in case, you know, people are, like, still looking, yada yada. Yeah, no, it's gone. It's gone. Now, he did leave a pinned comment that I only feel is fair to read, but let's see. Okay, I'm going to put this comment here to clarify 2 points on this. No, I'm not saying Michael Kovach is a horrible person. Not once in this video do I even imply that. You say that he needs to respond to it 5 different times. In fact, I literally said the opposite, and that the only reason I even brought this to light was because I believe and still do believe he should condemn it before people try and use it against him as they currently are. They did it because of you, bro. They did it because of you. That was the entire purpose of the video. And 2, Muji Mikey is not an old handle of Michael's. That was something I got wrong. Despite this, Michael was still involved in the series as a voice actor. He just wasn't Muji Mikey. Which is crazy to me, how you make an error that crazy. Like, you had a video of 2 of them, both of them next to each other, right? Like, that's the mind-blowing part to me, right? This is Muji Mikey. And this is Michael Kovach. You literally have a video of them standing next to each other and still conflated them. How do you do that? You're blowing my mind. Like, brother, you're actually fucking blowing my mind. What's up, Smug? But yeah. Oh, fuck. Also, just to kind of completely just victory lap this guy's existence, let's see this guy's channel update after being called a pedophile and a rapist on Twitter multiple times.
Hey guys, so I feel like I need to make this video right now to try and explain where the channel's going. So, I've constantly talked about how I'm switching content types over to long form stuff. I don't know, I haven't really been happy with drama stuff for a while, and I finally decided to just get off my ass and start work on content I actually give a shit about.
Yeah? I mean, you're still in it, lol, but whatever. He's now magically not happy with drama after getting smoked by Twitter people. You know, the community he tried to appeal to. That's my favorite part about this. He tried to appeal to a community and got absolutely smoked because he just is an awful person that just sucks. That's my favorite part about it all. That's why I love it so much. But yeah.
It's stuff I've been teasing, and I do plan to drop it in about a month or so I hope you'll stick around for that. I also want to show off that I can be much better, and unfortunately, staying with drama content makes that kind of impossible. Another reason that I am switching content types is that my mental health has been on the decline.
Dude, you try to appeal to the bloodthirsty wolves, and then you got chewed alive yourself. Honestly, it's beautiful. It's actually beautiful to see. I love when stuff like that happens. You try to appeal to this community, like, you know, and then you got absolutely torn alive and eaten and ripped to shreds. It's kind of, yeah, it's kind of poetic, actually. Same guy that actually had a panic attack after making a bad Falgi video, by the way. So yeah, no, that was fun on Himpleton's stream. That was real fun. But yeah, no, fuck, dude. Fuck. Mr. Pathological Liar couldn't keep a narrative straight. But yeah, let's keep it going.
Used to go to therapy a couple months ago, but after an insurance policy change, my therapy was no longer covered, so I wasn't able to continue going, unfortunately. I do have a doctor's appointment coming up, so I figured I may as well bring this up to them and try to get an autism test that I've been trying to get for a while.
What the fuck, IA? Why would you tell people that you don't go to therapy anymore? Bro, you're just spilling your life to us right now. This is awesome.
As well as multiple other concerns I have. I have been actively trying to better myself since I've come back to making content. And I feel like before I end this off, I should very briefly talk about the messy personal drama I was in. I want to outright say that all the very serious shit is egregiously false. Hell, I saw some people linking a video saying it proves I'm a terrible criminal when all it claims is that I'm a liar and sexual degen, which, as I've constantly said about that drama, while I was irresponsible, I was messy, I was reckless, and my handling easily made the situation worse when I could have figured it all out.
You lied about having consent. I just want you to know that. Right, that was part of the debate. You lied about having consent before fingering Parlo. You said that you had verbal consent, and you never did. So, like, yeah, no, it's not just the fact that you lied about critical, crucial details. And to be honest, your server's very questionable, considering you keep alternating it between 18 to 16 plus, and having sexual furry images posted in there, knowing that there's minors in there. So, yeah, you definitely, you earned the side eyes, my friend, okay? Fucking hell.
I'm not a criminal. I'm not a horrible, malicious, evil person.
You were malicious and evil. Well, evil, I know that sounds like comical. Well, you're a pathological liar, yeah, no, you are malicious. Dude, you know, this guy was literally victory lapping the idea of, like, being able to own Falgi for once. And it just ended up, like, shooting himself in the face. You objectively lied about Parlo several times during crucial stuff to make yourself look better and try to get ahead of the curb. Dude, you are malicious. I'm sorry, bro. You are.
Kind of a dumbass. I mean, for fuck's sake, the guy who came after all me for this shit tried to say that Schlep is cool with people who are child predators. The dude just slung mud at people he doesn't like, and unfortunately, I had no idea how to handle a situation of that magnitude. I mean, everyone was talking about it, and every facet of my life was now online. I just made things 1,000 times worse for myself, when in reality, it really was just gay-ass personal drama that should have been kept between the parties involved. That's not to say there weren't legit reasons to criticize me, but that was basically what this boiled down to, and unfortunately,
oh, that's interesting.
I didn't know how to handle it. I kind of want my next month off break.
So, dude, again, the server stuff, the SA stuff, that's just going to, like, boil down to interpersonal stuff. What a downplay. This guy sucks. This guy actually sucks, dude.
And return to signal kind of a new era for myself and my channel. I want to be better when I come back, upload better content when I come back. I just want to be better in general. So while I work on this long form video, I'm probably going to be offline for the rest of June to maybe mid-August, so don't expect much from me apart from a couple community posts. But yeah, for the next month or two, I'm going to be off working on long form videos and just trying to fix myself, so stay tuned to that. I may further go into depth on a lot of this stuff eventually, but as for right now, this is where I want to leave everything until I can get a few other things sorted out. I'm not going to talk about stuff if I don't accurately know what to say. I guess is the way to say it.
So, yeah, you got smoked by trying to appeal to the community that hates your guts now. They hate your guts now. They didn't even know really much of anything that you did at first until people brought it up, sure. But, yeah, no, you try to appeal to a bloodthirsty community and you got eaten alive. So, yeah. Yeah. Now, I was going to show this video. It's a pretty good video. Honestly, there are like critiques to have with the Eggman stuff, right? Let me actually, I don't know, because I feel like some of it I can't show on YouTube. But like, essentially, just to really paint the picture, Choco Bro makes a very good video about it, right? Just to leave it at that, he makes a very good video if you guys ever want to try, check it out. But yeah, no, their whole characters are being like gay pedophiles making insane jokes, with the worst thing in the show being like them, I guess, railing a dog to death, which is insane, but you know, voice actors be voice acting. Yeah, no. Again, I don't think that they deserve to lose their careers over this. See, the thing is though, like, yeah, you could like be mad at edgy shows, but it's like we have adult shows that just do that anyways. And again, this is just a standard that's only been applied to voice actors of indie studios and never like mainline. So it's, It makes it very clear that the motives are very very clear. The motives are very clear, in my opinion. Hi Ace, how are you doing? What's up, Asher John? Same guy who Slick trusted, by the way. Yeah, I know. I'm aware. I'm very well aware. Yeah, one of his biggest L's is trusting his, at the time, article with that. But yeah, no, I think that kind of takes all the groundwork, I suppose. Is there anyone I could raid into? I feel like I'm probably like the last man standing. What am I doing? Dude, yeah, customization. Dude, what am I, an amateur? No, but yeah, no. Tomorrow, it depends on what I'm thinking of doing. I'll give you guys to Aiden, lol. Depends on like what I'm debating on doing. Honestly, tomorrow should be the Utterly Noah stuff if I do it, if I'm not being interviewed on like K-Cucks. And then the Anthony stuff I gotta look at, and then I'm gonna try to get that debate done, debate set out with them sooner than later. And yeah, there's stuff on the docky, trust. There's stuff on the docky. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. You guys have a wonderful night. You guys take care. See ya. Bye.